All right. Everything should be coming together. I think so. Chat's on. We've already tested that. All right, we're good. I just had to make sure all my shit was good. So, we play in 10 minutes. I'm currently, up on my TV, I've got the Packers-Browns right now. So that'll be interesting. It's been a crazy turn of events in that game. I think Josh Jacobs just fumbled the ball. Oh, dude, Grossi's got to be losing his shit right now, man. Oh, Grossi's got to be having a bad time right now with that. Oh, if that gets overturned, now Grossi's going to be pissed. Anyways, Broncos. Right. So we've got, here, let me adjust my camera real quick. My God, they're talking about shit that I don't care about on this monitor. The Broncos aren't on yet, so I frankly don't give a shit about what's on this channel right now. But, so it's going to be Broncos Chargers this week, all right? And it's going to be a huge test for Denver. Denver's got to find a way to bounce back after just an absolute heart-crushing loss to the Indianapolis Colts in the final seconds. And if you wanted to hear my thoughts on that, I did an instant reaction last week on top of the game commentary. So that's about where I am on that. You're really the biggest keys to the game here is the Denver defense needs to find a way to just get it together again. Obviously, now we're going to have Greenlaw on IR, which is never ideal. So I really think it's going to be up to guys like Surtain, Hufanga, and then really at this point, too, like you need Justin Stranad to step up really, really bad. Just whole defense needed a reboot. I hope they burned that film and just coaches told them never again is ideally what happens after a game like that. The defense did not play well. The offense, I think, played good enough to win, just not obviously good enough to hang on, given this. Although, again, like a lot of that was on the defense, and then you had the leverage call and whatever, and what fucking have you. So, at this point where we are, Denver's defense just needs to find a way to rebound against what is an electric Chargers offense. You're playing against Keenan Allen again, which Keenan Allen's been one of the game's best receivers for a while. A little overlooked, to be honest, but I've always thought Keenan Allen's been really good. You've got Lad McConkey, or who I like to call Lad McConklers. That's a little inside joke with me and my buddies there. And then, you're still dealing with, I believe it's Omari. I know the Chargers drafted a running back. Who is the Chargers running back right now? It is la-di-da-di-da, Najee Harris is there, but they've also got another guy running for him too, so not quite sure. Hang on, you gotta give me a second here. My shit does not want to load all that fast. Hampton, Harris, okay, yeah, so it was Omari and Hampton, I was right. I really wanted Omari and Hampton in the draft, but RJ Harvey is also making me happy. Sorry, I'm also dangling an Allen wrench. Yeah, I don't know if you guys have, noticed how just kind of empty, the walls of my room are. I still have some stuff up right now. This very good chance that this ends up being the last stream that I do in this house. I had everything packed and ready to go. And I was going to spend all of yesterday moving. Didn't end up getting that chance, but it is what it is. So I believe whatever shit they've got going on this channel should be coming to a close. Should be Broncos Chargers starting here in the next few minutes. So now that we've got all of that out of the way, we can I will do a little bit of back-end commentary here for this Packers-Browns game. You got a 3rd and 10 blown dead here. I believe that's going to be a false start on Green Bay. Broncos game hasn't even started yet, so I'm just calling what's on the TV right now. And then I've got, what will be the Broncos game on this other monitor, so I can call it. Like I said, flag down in Cleveland. It is a false start, number 63. That is Walker. Cleveland has clawed back into this game in about the last 3 to 5 minutes here. It went from 10-0 to 10-10. Grant Delpit had a huge interception that basically changed the course of the game here. So Green Bay just trying not to let this thing go to OT, but at the same time. So Green Bay is in field goal range. It'll be a handoff going right side to Josh Jacobs, and he is going to fight forward for about 3. So Packers are going to be in field goal range. Browns don't have a timeout to stop the clock. And it will run under a minute in Cleveland. Packers looking like they should be able to steal that one, even though they almost completely blew it. And like I said, Grossi was probably going to be absolutely livid if Green Bay found a way to fumble that game away. Jordan Love almost found a way to throw that game away. I've been kind of like watching in on this game, like here and there. So Flacco is, in all likelihood, going to have about 25-ish seconds to get the Cleveland offense down the field. And that's a Cleveland offense that's been dead in the water all damn day. So we'll end up seeing what they do. We are 5 minutes from kickoff for this Broncos game, so we're not missing anything. I am just calling this Green Bay game, so there's something to do here. But really important AFC West matchup coming up. Stay tuned for that. Share the stream if you know someone that would enjoy this. But I can tell you that the Broncos broadcast is coming in. So, there you go. It'll be 4th and 13, so gain of 2 on the previous play for Josh Jacobs. And you've got old-timey Bronco, Brandon McManus coming out to try and knock this through. 27 on the clock from 43 on the right hash. McManus, the snap, he'll get it, and it's blocked by Cleveland! And they're going to fall on it at about midfield! Oh, baby, god damn! Grossi's got to be livid right now. Grossi's gotta be pissed. A blocked field goal by the Cleveland Browns might save them from their 3rd loss on the year. Who got around on that? Is that Denzel? Oh no, it was one of the Utmen that gets a hand up on it. It's 93, I want to say, Shelby Harris. And it was Greg Newsome that fell on it. Absolutely bonkers. So it will be Broncos-Chargers coming up. That broadcast is on its way to being, on. We do still for sure, we will probably get to the end of this Cleveland and Green Bay game, barring overtime there. But it is going to be the Browns in outstanding field position here now, and they got to get into range for Smith, I think is how you say it. It's like S-Z-M-Y-T. I'm just going to go with Smith. So, there was a penalty, so it'll be Flacco from the Green Bay 48. He's going to sling it out to his left side, try to get out of bounds as quick as he can. And that'll be number 80 for Cleveland. I believe that said Thrash on the back of his jersey. We're in a Broncos commercial break. That game hasn't even started, so if you're here and watching, then don't worry, we are not missing anything Denver Broncos related. I'm just calling a game. I don't know, I've kind of gone through all of my pregame roll stuff, and this game is really interesting all of a sudden. 2nd and 2 now for Flacco. He takes a snap in the gun, looking left, and now he's going to loft one, looking, and he can't find Jerry Jeudy down the left sideline. 3rd and 2, 12 seconds to go in Cleveland. Yeah, kind of like I was saying earlier, I mean, this is going to be one of the most important Broncos matchups of this first month. This might be the most important. Although I believe we do go back-to-back and go play Vegas next week or something like that. Or we just play Vegas like in Denver next week. Point is, though, offense kind of got it into gear last week. You kind of figured out what worked, what didn't. 3rd and 2. Flacco has a man over the middle just trying. Now you got to get up and spike it, and you got to hurry and spike it. Ref has to touch it with 2 seconds. Browns will clock it. So this is going to be a 50-plus in Cleveland. But anyways, Broncos offense needs to keep up what it was doing in that first half against Indianapolis last week. Defense needs to burn the tape. And Justin Stranad just needs to step up really, really high in the absence of Greenlaw, who has been placed on IR for anyone unaware. So one Broncos signing definitely blowing up a little bit at the moment. Greenlaw, of course, battling injuries. Evan Ingram did have spots in the game last week. He had like one really big catch. Ooh, here we go. Andre Smith. It's going to be a long game-winning field goal. All right, never mind. LaFleur got a timeout in, so we'll delay on that a little bit. And this game is about to kick off, so stay tuned for Broncos football. Well, we're kind of calling the end of this Cleveland Green Bay game here, and that could go to overtime. I might be calling both games. So, yeah, like I said, keys to the game for Denver. You got to keep Herbert off of the field. Chargers offense has been really good. You got to run the ball. You've got J.K. Dobbins and you got R.J. Harvey, who started to cook last week in that Indianapolis game, which, you know, Indy put up 41 on Tennessee. So, maybe Indy might be that good. I don't know, dog. But now, like I was saying, with the defense, the Denver defense just needs to burn that tape from last week. That is a game-winning field goal by Smith from 50 plus. There's a flag down. Not quite sure what that's going to be yet, so give that half a second over in Cleveland. Broncos game is about to kick off. What have we seen? They're saying there's a flag, but there's no indication that it's against Cleveland. It is not. Cleveland with 13 unanswered in the final few minutes. So here we go in Denver now. That Cleveland game is now over. And there's a kick. It'll be Chargers ball. He's going to get it up to the 20. Tries to make a move at the 25. And it will be converged on at the 30-31. Camera angle not doing me a whole lot of favors on that one. And now it's going to be Chargers ball. Justin Herbert having an absolute hell of a start to the season. He's been doing just very well on his part. 560 yards, 5 touchdowns through those first 2 games. Have already beat the Chiefs once. So now it's going to be up to this Denver defense to be able to shut them down. It's going to be under center. Hampton is going to start in the backfield. McConkey will motion. It'll be a handoff to Hampton. And that'll be big. Number 93, DJ Jones into the backfield immediately. Broncos likely pissed about how they got gashed in the running game last week. It appears that they heard some of us, because that is a big play by DJ Jones, just blowing up the play and getting through the block. And I really wish that this graphic would just get off of my screen here. I'm calling this game through the title card. Gun now for Herbert, back to his right side. It's going to be, you got to stack up top of 2. Herbert dropping back, short drop, looking, staying in the pocket. Still looking, now he goes to his left, and incomplete. Talanoa Hufanga in coverage. Looks like he was looking for Quentin Johnston over on the left side there, big number 1. And we may have a flag down. I'm going to have to refresh the page because it's like bugging out so hard. Why is it fighting with me? Okay, well, there's 2 defensive fouls, so never mind. Okay, yeah, I gotta refresh the page because this shit is just not working with me. So it's a PI call they accept on Talanoa Hufanga is what who they tag. So Cooper was offsides. Hufanga was engaging in some pass interference adjacent activities. Not what you want to see. So it'll be 1st and 10 now at their own 45. Herbert under center. Herbert, it'll be a handoff going left side for Hampton, and he's going to get about a gain of 3 brought down by JFM. Hampton's got a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7, and they are creeping towards midfield. Chargers got that big PI there on that last play, and were able to get a good amount of field position out of that, about 10 yards or so. So now Chargers certainly looking to drive here and take advantage of a Broncos defense that looked shaky last week. Broncos defense trying to rebound. Herbert in the gun. Broncos show blitz. Broncos bring blitz, and incomplete. Hufanga in coverage. Another flag this time. I do doubt it's on Hufanga this time. It was a clean PBU. But we're going to have to see where this flag is now. Are they indicating anything? Peyton saying decline it. All right, it was on the Chargers. 5 players in the backfield. Denver declines. I need to turn my mic down just a smidge. That should be good. So yeah, they had 5 guys in the backfield is what the penalty was. So it's going to be 3rd and 7 now for LA. They're doing the telestrator. Gun now. He's got 2-by-2 formation. Herbert. Now he's going to motion McConkey into the slot. There's the snap. Broncos bring a blitz, and that'll be caught for a first down by Quentin Johnston, but he broke out of a tackle to the 30, 20, and he's finally going to get down. Hufanga drags him down at the 15-yard line. And that is just god-awful. If you're the Broncos defense, you can't do that. You have to play through the whistle on this. You got a guy all over him in Surtain. Singleton joins in. There's no whistle, and the Broncos just let him free. Just let him completely free. Nobody whistled him down, and Quentin Johnston able to break out, bounce out, and get it down the field. So that's a huge field position flip. It's going to be McConkey motioning left to right. A screen out to Quentin Johnston, and Surtain not making the same mistake again, able to tackle that for a gain of 1. Surtain able to make an amend there, but they are deep into Denver territory already off of his gaff. So now you've got LA. Yeah, so gain of 1 there. LA still deep in Denver territory. Looks about down to the 15 or so. Or down to the 14, excuse me. Herbert, empty set. 3 receivers at the top of the screen right. Herbert dropping back, short drop. Looking, now trying to escape, rolling left. Herbert trying to set, now he's going to let one go for the end zone. Out of bounds, incomplete. Looking for Keenan Allen between Surtain and Justin Stranad. It's going to make it 3rd and 9 now, and Broncos looking to get a stop and hold this to a field goal. Herbert just unable to find a guy there. Broncos only brought 3 on that. And then just everywhere was clamped down. Conklin was blanketed by Stranad. So here we go, another 3rd down. It's going to be another gun set. 3rd and 9 from the 14. Herbert, deep drop. Herbert looking for a man. He got interrupted. Incomplete. I believe that was Brandon Jones in the coverage on Gadsden. And no, that was I believe it was either Barron or Jones. We'll see here on the replay here. Maybe not. Ooh, Ellis was able to whack Herbo's hand and force that ball off a trajectory. So now it's going to be 32-yard from the left hash by Cameron Dicker. Here's the kick, and it is good. Booming above the crossbar. And an early 3-0 lead for Los Angeles. Broncos defense able to rebound a little bit after letting up a huge play. A huge play. They're able to hold up to nothing but a field goal. Did the Jets come back in that game? Hang on a minute. All right, I will say we are not missing anything now. Broncos are in commercial break. The Jets are winning. Wow. Buccaneers are going to get a nice big kick return. At least so it looked, out to the 34. The New York Jets brought that game all the way back to take a lead. That is incredible over there. Broncos are in commercial break, so we are not missing anything on that front. Wow. All right, so Broncos defense, outside of one really bad play that ultimately cost them points, they were able to hold on that drive. I know Sean Payton was probably pissed about the one that got Quentin Johnston free. I mean, if you're a football player and you don't hear a whistle, you have to play. You have to play to that whistle. Like, you can't you can't not play to the whistle on something like that. Broncos defense does pay with 3 points on that, but it's definitely less damage than could have been done, all things considered. Broncos were able to, I don't know, if defense was able to clamp down on that, and they looked a little more convincing than they did last week, for sure. That PI penalty was definitely a little annoying on Hufanga. It's just something you kind of got to take at that point. We are still in commercial break, so I'm going to commentate up here. Mayfield looking deep to the left side, and he's got a guy, number 2. I believe that is, how do you pronounce his last name? Egbuka, I believe. That is number 2. So Bucks now trying to scamper in a little bit and make sure they hang on to that game. But we are back to the Broncos broadcast. Commercial break is over in Los Angeles. Broncos will be getting the ball here off of this kickoff. Chargers go on a nice long opening drive, 55 yards, 8 plays, with the 32-yarder by Cameron Dicker. So Denver now, offense going to be looking for a response here. It's going to be Bronco ball here in just a few moments. And there is the kickoff by Dicker. And that'll be fielded at about the 2-yard line now. And I believe that is going to be Marvin Mims. Marvin Mims looking for a seam, and he will get down to about the 33. No flags on the play, and it's going to be Bo Nix coming out off of a, for the most part, a bounce-back game, but a game in which he still threw a costly interception. So it's going to be Bo in the offense now trying just to put it back together, try to get the run game going, and Nix trying to get back into the rhythm here. It was a 3-touchdown game from Bo last week. He's going to come out starting the gun here. Looks like he's got Kroll and Harvey split out right. Franklin going to motion out that way as well. It's going to be a screen to Harvey on the far right side. He's going to get a couple of blocks, and he's going to fall forward for about a gain of 5. RJ Harvey, second-round pick by the Broncos. He's seen limited action, and he has looked explosive when he has been able to touch the ball. It's been good for RJ Harvey when he's been able to get his hands on the ball for the most part. Explosive run in week 1, and he just looked good in week 2. So glad to see him getting the ball early. They limit his forward progress to a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7 now from the 36. Nix still coming out in the gun. Dobbins going to motion from right to left. It's going to be a handoff to RJ Harvey going right side, and he kind of gallops over a guy trying to make a man miss, and that looks like about another gain of 3 or 4. We'll see what they give him on that. Looks to be a gain of a, they're going to call it 3rd and 4, so probably about a gain of 3.5. So Broncos offense now going to be looking for their first down, or first down of the game. We'll see what they go with here. Chargers looking like 5 defensive backs. Franklin going to motion right to left side. 3 receivers on the left. Bo making an adjustment at the line. Play clock down to 8. It's going to be Dobbins into his right side. Dobbins barking an adjustment as well. The Broncos need to get set. With the play clock at 1, they get the snap. Bo looking for Kroll and just unable to find him. He had the man there too. Kroll just didn't look ready for the ball at all. So it looked like he was trying to run a little curl into the into zone coverage there. Looked like he had an open hole. Looked like Kroll ran that route a little too short, or Nix put it a little too far to his right. So it's going to be 3 and out for the Broncos. Line of scrimmage at their own 40. It's going to be Crenshaw on to punt. And here's the kick. Crawshaw, my apologies. Nice booming kick. Fair caught at about the 21-yard line. So Broncos defense now. Broncos defense now right away are going to be back on the field after commercial breaks. And Broncos offense unable to do much. So I'm going to move that over there now. Okie doke. It is commercial break. We are not missing anything. If you're enjoying the stream, let me know. I am gonna run to the bathroom real quick, grab some water. I drank some Gatorade before we did all this, so I will return shortly. Hey, Tampa wins. Tampa able to claw back and win that ball game after leading last I saw 20-6, and then they were down 27-26, and now it'll be a 29-27 win for Tampa Bay. And I've gotten back just in time for oh my god, for the start of the game. God, I'm blanking here. So, it's going to be great. So, here we go. It's going to be Chargers ball from the 21-yard line now. Herbert from an eye set is going to hand off, going right to Najee, and they are going to get a gain of about 7 there. Matlock able to get a real nice block in on that right side. That is a very good run for the Chargers on first down there. 2nd and 3. Yeah, like I said, they just came right out in that eye for him, just trying to get some power running done that right there. You know, Harbaugh's a ball runner, man. So here we go. It's going to be a pistol into a gun now. It's going to be Harris to Herbert's left. Herbert with the snap, dropping back, looking over the middle, and it's going to come off of Ladd McConkey's hands. A little bit of collision after the ball was already incomplete. No flag. Refs just kind of let him play that one out. McConkey was whining for a flag. He had Moss on coverage, and then, you know, Jones able to kind of get in, get a bump on him. Chargers fans aren't happy about a no call there. It's going to be Hampton motioning from the far left of the formation, now into the backfield. Play clock down to 5, 3rd and 3 for LA. Herbert dropping back. Broncos bring 4. Herbert under pressure, able to escape and into the arms of DJ Jones. That'll be a loss of 1 on the sack. And that'll be 3 and out for Los Angeles. DJ Jones able to make a nice big play right there. Herbert just able to step up and escape here, and yeah, Jones kind of shifting and switching places with Allen mid-rush. He's just able to kind of swipe off a guy and shoestring tackle Herbert in the backfield. So it's going to be a punt now from the Chargers. Scott able to boot this thing off. There's a flag down, and fair caught by Mims at the 23. So we'll see what the flag is on this play here. And it's going to stay Chargers ball because somebody on the Broncos was offside. They're saying that Benito lined up in the neutral zone, and he absolutely did. hit a hand over the line of scrimmage, and they threw it as soon as they saw it. And then you got Sean Payton a little bit on the sideline, kind of chewing him out. So, 1st and 10 Chargers now. They get second life on this drive. That's about as bad as an error at shortstop in baseball. So, Broncos now got to get another stop here after getting one. Here we go. New 1st and 10 now from their own 32-yard line. I form now for Herbert. Going to be a pitch out to the left side. Broncos trying to swarm there, and it's going to be a first down, LA. About a straight gain of 10 is what it looked like. Matlock was way out in front. That's going to be to the Denver 32, geez Louise, it's going to be to the Charger 42-43 on that one. Just able to run through Dondre Tillman pretty much while Matlock was kind of wrapped around him. Clock down under 8:10 now. Herbert going to be in a gun set here. Running back to his right, trips right as well. Matlock in at tight end. Herbert, it's going to be play fake now, dropping. Ellis trying to get to him. Herbert able to get it away, but it's dropped by Allen. Looks like Riley Moss in coverage on that one. Allen unable to hang on. We got Laundry down, and it's going to be holding on offense. So they get one on Mekhi Becton over, I believe, on that right side, right guard for him. So that'll back the Chargers up 10. It's going to be a repeat now of 2nd down. And let's see where they get him. Yeah, just clawing number 96 into the ground. So 2nd and 20 now for LA. Chargers definitely going to be in a gun set here. Empty set now. 2 receivers to his left, 3 to his right for Herbert. Herbert takes a snap. Quick drop. Gets Quentin Johnston on a bit of a screen. Johnston tried a goofy little spin move with Singleton staring right at him. And, well, Singleton just tackles him anyway. It's about a gain of 6 or 7. It'll set up 3rd and 14 or 3rd and 13. It'll be 3rd and 14 now. Graphic still says 2nd down, but that's some cap. It'll be from their own 38. Herbert in the gun. Herbert dropping back. Broncos bring a blitz here. They almost get home. Herbert broken up. Looking for Ladd McConkey and Talanoa Hufanga. Able to smash that thing out of there. Hufanga just timed that up perfectly. So someone in the graphics department failed somewhere, because I thought last play was 2nd. You had this one, whatever. Pressure was able to get in there. Herbert barely able to get that thing off, and Hufanga just able to perfectly pop McConkey. Perfect timing right at the line to gain. So it is now 3rd and 15. All right, whatever. Herbert in the gun, takes a snap, dropping back. Broncos bring 4. Cooper was getting back there, trying to loft one up. And there's a flag down. Moss was in coverage. He was looking for Allen. And they're going to wave the flag off. It's an uncatchable ball. So they'll pick up that flag. No foul, 4th down. Broncos defense kind of bails out a little bit there. Just an uncatchable ball. And that's going to, so Herbert able to bail the Broncos defense out a little bit. It's going to be 4th and 15 now. Chargers will punt. It's going to be J.K. Scott. This will be his official first punt of the game. The other one overturned by an offsides penalty. Mims lined up at about his own 12-yard line. Scott going to smash this thing into the air. Mims backs up to his own 8. Makes the catch, and now he's going to start trying to go here. Makes a man miss, gets a block. Now he's headed up the right side. 20, 25, 30, 35, and he's going to get pushed out at about the 40-yard line. Marvin Mims going to set the Broncos up with outstanding field position. Marvin Mims. able to find some room and scamper up that right sideline. And that does lead into commercial break. So now, I'm gonna have to find another game to call when we're in commercial break. Let's do Texans and Jags for commercial breaks. No clue what they're running on TV right now, right there. That seems like a load of bullshit. We'll go look at the Raiders and whatever. Up there, like I said, Broncos are in commercial break. You are not missing anything. Okay, what games are going on, NFL? Come on, man. Throw me a bone here. Yeah, Broncos are in commercial break. You are not missing anything. Let's go Saints and Seahawks, whatever. Okay. Yeah, Broncos are in commercial break. You are not missing anything in that game. Broncos will have the ball at their own 40 when we get back into that. Meanwhile, Seahawks with a 14-0 lead. So that's Spencer Rattler. Who do we got starting at QB for the Saints? Hey there, Branson. Happy to listen live. Sad I can't watch it. Man, that does suck. But I got you. I got you with live commentary. All right, man. I absolutely got you. Game is in commercial break right now. You're not missing anything. Broncos are about to have their second possession from their own 40-yard line. So kind of in the meantime, like I've got another game up on my TV just so I can kind of call it if I need to or whatever. So Broncos defense has looked good these first couple of drives. A little sloppy with penalties. A little sloppy with tackling on that first drive, but it's only a 3-0 game. Broncos offense is going to have this at their own 40-yard line now. So they are set up in outstanding field position to go take advantage. Of course, CBS has to, advertise their own shit. Hope you're having a good day, Woofy, by the way. Sorry I didn't really get super into that. I do hope you're having a wonderful day. So here we go. We are back in LA. Broncos with the ball now. Nick's going to be in a single back set. It's going to be a pitch out right side to Harvey, and that's going to be a tackle for a loss, but there is a very obvious holding call on that. So Broncos are going to get backed up 10. Yeah, Adam Troutman just tried to rip a guy to the ground to try and open something up. There was really no point to do that either, so it'll be first and 20 now. Yeah, Troutman just had arm hooked around number 45. I believe that is... I actually don't know who that is. Tuipulotu? How do you say that? All right, Broncos switching in some personnel. Play clock down to 7. Broncos need to get set and get this thing off. And Broncos are going to call timeout there. Unable to get a play off right there after the penalty. So it's going to be first and 20. Broncos got to blow a timeout. 6:26 to go. How about the Eagles? Blocked field goal return for a touchdown. And then they switch to the Jets game as a blocker still going on. Still going to return for a touchdown. Neither team got called for leverage. Weird. Yeah, that's... Man, listen, I'm past last week, all right? I'm past last week. It was annoying, though, for sure. No, I did catch the back end of that Bucs game, though, and I caught bits and pieces. I mean, hell, they had, what, like a 20-6 lead, and then it was 27-26. It was weird, but they pulled it out. So, good on Tampa for that. Here we go. It's going to be a single back set now for Knicks. It's going to be Dobbins in the backfield. Franklin going left to right. Bo, it's going to be a handoff to Dobbins, and Dobbins will get stuffed at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. That's going to be Henley there waiting for him in the hole. That's going to be 2nd and 20 for Denver. So you had the holding call kind of derail the entire drive, and now no gain on that first down. Broncos are going to be looking for yards here to try and turn what could be 3rd and a mile into 3rd and manageable now. Nix will be in the gun. It's going to be Dobbins to his right side. Nix back to throw. Quick drop. Now he's got to pump, and now he's got to try and escape. And Nix just has to throw that ball away. Pressure was in immediately on his face. And 3rd and 20 now for Denver after starting with such pristine field position. Pretty much all thrown away right here now. 4th and 10. Or 4th and 20. 3rd and 20, sorry. Broncos O-line just completely fails on Bo right there. It absolutely sucked. Stop watching Packers-Browns. The other station had Pats-Steelers, and the game of the week for some reason is Bears in the... Ooh. Yikes. Yeah, that Browns game was bonkers and the final 5 minutes. 3rd and 20. It's going to be a bunch set for Denver. Nix in the gun. Bo looking, screening now to Harvey. Harvey trying to follow some blocks, and he trips up. And they catch him at what was the original line of scrimmage for Denver. Derwin James in on the tackle. And Broncos, like I said, will get to that original line of scrimmage just about 4th and 11. They waste a drive. And the Broncos offense so far just cannot get out of their own way. 5 minutes and 11 seconds to go here in the first quarter. So it'll be Crawshaw on now, once again from the 38 original line of scrimmage. There's the snap. Crawshaw going to get this thing off, and we'll see where this ends up here. Retrieves it and backs up to about the 12, and he dives forward trying to get anywhere, and he'll be down at the 18-yard line. So Broncos defense going to go back onto the field now. Broncos offense stuck in neutral. Yeah, no, that Packers-Browns game in the last couple of minutes, like now that I can get to your chat, dude, that game was wild in the last couple of minutes because, like, Browns get a field goal on the board after marching down, like, deep into Packer territory and then kind of screwing themselves out of a touchdown there. Grant Delpit comes up with an interception, just kind of read Jordan Love and jumped a slant route. Browns get a touchdown there, and then I believe Jacobs fumbled or something, and the Browns were able to drive down for, I think it was a game-winning 55-yard kick or some crazy shit like that. Like, absolutely bonkers in Cleveland. Cleveland's got to be feeling good right now. You will have to tell me, though, did the Eagles... I guess I go check. Did the Eagles manage to come back in that game? Because I remember them being down two scores at one point. Let me go check. Oh, they did. Wow. Philly able to... Damn, dude. What is that? A 26-7 second half for Philadelphia just to be able to win that by a full touchdown. That had to be a hell of a game to watch. I think the game I was watching the most... I think I was watching Vikings and... Vikings-Bengals for a good little bit. So, alright, we are coming back into the game now. Chargers ball at about their 0-18. Broncos defense looking to get another quick stopping of the offense back on. Offense hasn't quite gotten it figured out so far today after 2 possessions. Really just shot themselves in the foot. Play calling feels really, really predictable right now for Denver. Bo Nix has... he's completed the one to Harvey, but that's about it. Okay, they're doing a graphic thing. Give it just a second. This feels like they stole a bit from Foolish Bailey. The graphic that was on there, that felt like a stolen bit. Or no, not Foolish Bailey. Who am I thinking of here? Secret Base. I mean, probably not. Not stolen, inspired by, I'm sure. So here we go. It'll be 1st and 10 now from the Chargers, 18. Herbert in the gun with a running back to his right side. I believe that is Hampton. Now going to motion Matlock to the left of the formation. Play action, and immediately Nick Bonito from behind on the right side, or on the left side of Herbert. Just able to maul through that tackle. That's a loss of 8. Nick Bonito just screamed across the line. And even Matlock was in motion to try and stop that from happening. And Bonito just manhandles Matlock. Bonito just did not care. Loss of 8 on the play now. That'll back the Chargers up to their own 10. Herbert once again in the gun. Herbert dropping back now. Broncos bring 4. It's a completion over the middle to the 16, 17-yard line by Keenan Allen. So they get 7 of that sack back. Under 4 to go here in the first quarter. Broncos defense looking to get a quick stop here. It is a gain of 7 over the middle. Broncos defense looking to get a quick 3 and out. Chargers definitely pinned back a little bit, and Marvin Mims looking to get another big return. It's going to be Hampton in the backfield to Herbert's left. 3 receiver set to his left. Herbert in the gun. Herbert with the snap. It'll be a play fake to Hampton. Herbert, he's got Jonathan Cooper on him, and that's a loss of 7 off of the right side. So you get Cooper and Bonito with sacks on almost back-to-back plays. And that is going to boot the Chargers right off of the field. Jonathan Cooper able to scream around a tight end and a tackle and have enough dexterity to claw back in and get Herbert. They blocked the Rams' last-second field goal for a touchdown after the network switched to the other game. Damn. Scooped it, ran it back for a touchdown. 2 blocked field goals back-to-back within 4 minutes. That's crazy. Here's the punt by Scott from just about his own goal line, and Mims set up at his own 30. There's the catch, and now he's trying to get some more field position here. Mims makes a man miss, and he's up across the 50. Up to the Chargers' 46-yard line, and the Broncos are going to have even better field position to start with here. So, Broncos defense absolutely killing it so far today. So, my concerns there are definitely moot. Now it's going to be up to this Broncos offense to get anything together here, try and at least tie the game or get the lead. They're going to be in pristine field position. But no, I could definitely see that 4 minutes being the most exciting of the day. Okay, I have a dog whining at my door, and they probably just want in here. 1 sec. There you go. Oh my god! Almost got armrest up my ass. So here we go. Broncos from the LA 46 now. I form now for Bo. Bo, it's going to be a handoff, and Dobbins tries to spin out of a tackle, and now the Denver Broncos just cannot run the ball today. It's going to be a loss of 3 or 4. We'll see what forward progress gives them. But that's going to knock them back to, it should be about the 49-yard line. Broncos just completely unable to run the ball today. Chargers D-line absolutely shutting it down. Hey, let me know how the audio sounds, by the way. Am I too loud, too quiet? I've tried to tweak the mic a little bit, or just my settings in OBS, so let me know if I'm too loud or anything. Nick, single back set. Franklin going to motion out to the right side. Nick's play action. Nick screen and gets dropped by Dobbins. 3rd and 13 now for the Broncos at the Chargers 49. So once again, Broncos are at complete risk of wasting outstanding field position. Oh. Broncos offense looking to get anything going now. 3rd and 13. Ride Orange Crush, ride, agree. It's going to be Nix in a gun set here. Harvey the back now, sprawled out a little bit to the left. Nix with the snap, dropping back. Chargers bring 4. Nix steps up. Nix launches, looking for Cortland Sutton. Knocked away by 24 St. Just. And it's another 3 and out for the Broncos offense, who have not been able to get out of, I don't even want to say first. Broncos haven't gotten out of neutral yet. And Nix was just able to step up in the pocket and unleash one And just Nix wasn't able to get it far enough out with him trying to step out away from pressure. It's another punt for Crawshaw. Broncos offense has nothing going so far today. Another snap. Crawshaw gets it. Gonna let this thing go. Trying to pin him inside of the 20, and they do, right at about the Charger 11. So once again, Broncos defense gonna have to go out and completely shut down the Chargers. Minute 40 to go in the first. And you are watching Crushin' It. They are going to commercial break once again, so you are not missing anything in the game. Not missing a thing here. If you are enjoying the stream, I'd appreciate it if you'd let other people know what we do here on Crushin' It. Work a full-time job and just try, and it's a passion project. And I love the Broncos. I wish the offense was doing anything right now. But alas, defense is killing it. And you know what? That seems to be like a weird trend here in these first couple of weeks. Like if you have a game where the Broncos offense shows up and starts putting yards on and points on, defense isn't there. And then, you know, when the defense shows up, Broncos offense just can't figure it out. And at least through the first, 9 quarters of the game, give or take, like that's kind of been my takeaway here. If the Broncos offense is on, the Broncos D isn't. If the D is on, the offense isn't. So it's been a bit of a weird start to this season here. And I mean, if Denver manages to get out of this 2-1, you would love to see that, because a road win against the division rival would be absolutely huge, given the context of everything right now. And obviously, Denver's already dropped an AFC game over to Houston, or not to Houston, to Indianapolis. So that's just a rough go for them on that one. Anyways, if you're curious, Saints are getting massacred. It's 21-0 first quarter, Seahawks leading. Saints are falling apart right now, so heard that if anybody was curious. 21-0 Seahawks. Alrighty then. Gonna be back into the broadcast. I gotta advertise college football real quick, and then we'll be back. It is gonna be 1st and 10 LA from their own 11. Broncos defense has been playing well so far today, outside of really one play where they let Quentin Johnston go free after he caught it. They, like 5 guys could have made the tackle and they didn't. So that's how the Chargers got a field goal. All right, they're running over past replays, just that 3rd down. Here we go. It's from their own 12. Chargers in the I set. Stack receivers left side. It'll be a handoff to Harris up the middle, and he's able to scamper forward for what look to be a gain of about 5, maybe 6. We'll see what they give him on that one. They only give him 4, 2nd and 6. Broncos defense just looking to hold solid right now. Try and give the offense good field position. Try and give them something to work with. Broncos offense hasn't been able to do anything with their first 3 possessions. Clock will tick under a minute here on this play. 1:06 and counting. It's going to be a gun set now. Harris going to be to Herbert's left. Play clock down to 3. They get the snap. Herbert dropping back. Broncos defense is trying to get in on him. He's getting chased. And he's just going to have to turn up, try and get a couple of yards. Got whacked on the sideline. I see no flag on it. Clean play. He was in the field of play. Looks to be a gain of, I think, about 4. It's going to make it 3rd and 2 for this Broncos defense now, trying to get a stop. And it was, they could have called that. It wasn't a hard hit. It wasn't unnecessarily rough. Singleton was just kind of trying to get out of the way. So let the narrative show. It wasn't a dirty shot. No flag on the field. It's a gain of 4.5, 5. It'll set up a 3rd and 1 at the 21 now for the Chargers. Single back set. Orbit motion, and it'll be a handoff to Harris. Harris looked like he got stuffed, but second effort, it appears, is going to be a Chargers first down. And that will be the last play of the first quarter. So 3-0 Los Angeles. It'll be 1st and 10 at the 21 when we get back from break. Denver defense still trying to hold here, give up the first down on that last play of the quarter. Really hoping that the offense can figure something out on that. But we will be going to commercial break, so you will not be missing anything for the foreseeable future. Oh, checking up on the TV there. 3rd and 6 for the Saints. Down 21-0. Who's their quarterback today? Anyone know who the Saints QB is? Anyways, number 2 drops back, slings one left side, able to complete it out to number 12. It might be Chris Olave. I can't get a look at the back of the jersey. It is. I need to see who is starting at quarterback for the Saints today. Who is the Saints starting quarterback today? Let's go find this out together. Okay. Who is number 2 for the Saints? Oh, it's Rattler. Okay. I was curious if it was Rattler, whoever the hell else they have on the roster. It is Rattler. So Rattler starting for New Orleans. If anybody was curious about that. Once again, we are still in commercial break in Denver. Actually, both games I've been looking at are in commercial break. I know there was another game on. And it is Cardinals at San Francisco. And these appear to be the last couple of afternoon games. So it's, you pretty much got Denver. Oh, I don't have Red Zone on Sunday Ticket. Okay, my bad. YouTube TV, good God. And then you got Niners and Cardinals there in an NFC West matchup. Like I said, still in commercial break in Denver, we're all good. Cardinals punting. It's a scoreless first quarter up to this point. So we'll see where that ends up going. Doesn't have any impact on Denver as it stands. 3-0 start of the second quarter. Start of the second quarter. 3-0 LA. They'll be starting this drive at the 21-yard line. And really, you know, the only reason the Chargers do have that 3 points is just missed tackles on that first drive when Johnson should have been down. It's going to be I for him with Matlock. McConkey going to motion over to the right. It'll be a handoff to Hampton. And that is going to be completely stuffed. No gain on it at the 22-yard line. They're going to call it a gain of 1, so he's able to push forward just barely before he gets tumbled back by about 5 Denver Broncos. Water. Water good. I needed water. 2nd and 9 now for LA. It's going to be a gun set. Matlock going to motion left side. Play action. Herbert looking. Herbert finds Ladd McConkey for another first down, and they're going to get to about the look to be the 37-yard line. That's going to be an easy first down there. Looks like a guy just got lost in the middle of his zone coverage there. Moss just unable to catch up to what looked to be an in-cut. It was a huge blitz there from Denver, and it was just Riley Moss and Brandon Jones able to get in, make the tackle, prevent any real amount of run after catch. So another first down now for LA. They're starting to move. At their own 36, single back set. It'll be a handoff to Najee Harris. Cuts back to the right side, and the Broncos defense able to swarm on him after a gain of about 3. I apparently can't read yards. It's a gain of 5. The camera angle doesn't give me a whole lot of help there, so, you know, do what you will with that information. You got 2nd and 5 now. Clock will tick below 13 minutes on this play. Herbert looking to be in another single back set. More of a single back wing set than anything. Offset I. Play action boot. Herbert rolling to his right side. Looking for somebody. Able to find Gadsden Wow, I can't talk. Talanoa Hufanga in coverage. Pickup of 11 and another first down for the LA Chargers. So now this Chargers offense starting to move here. Broncos defense probably tired. They haven't really had a real amount of rest up to this point. Guess I need to crack a Coors Banquet beer. I've thought about cracking a beer. I still might. I'm not going anywhere today. I-form set now for the Chargers. 2 receivers stacked on the left. It'll be a handoff to Najee going up the middle, and he's able to submarine and get about a gain of 4 or 5. Looks like it was Jones there on the tackle. 2nd and 6 now after a gain of 4. Yeah, you know what? I might meet your beer. I'll drink, we got some kind of more local stuff where I live, so this is Wasatch Apricot Heffy. That's pretty good. It's going to be a gun set now for Herbert. 2 receivers at the top of the screen. Running back to his right, that is Hampton. Herbert with the snap from the Denver 45. Dropping back. Broncos trying to bring a blitz. And he's got a man in the middle of the field. That is Gadsden again. Massive gain for another first down. Chargers definitely drilling into Denver territory. They call it a 17-yard gain. And that's a way to flip territory. It's a zone scheme there. It's a zone pressure scheme, and Gadsden just able to find a gaping hole there in the middle. Singleton over on the other side of that middle part of the field, able to get a big gain out of that. Herbert able to read this defense right now. Another gun set, number 12 going to motion, right to left. It'll be a handoff now to Hampton. Hampton going to get stonewalled at his own line of scrimmage, right at the 28, and he will get knocked back. So Broncos trying to hold to another field goal now and keep this a 1-possession game. So 2nd and 9, they give him a gain of 1 on that one. It can't be more than a gain of like a 1.5 feet. Looks like it was Stranad on the tackle. It'll be another gun set. Stack receivers down on the right side for Herbert. Going left to right, Herbert. Deep drop. Jonah Ellis almost got in. Able to get out. Looking for the end zone, and nobody there. He's looking for Johnston. Had a couple of guys on him in Surtain and Jaquan McMillan. Quentin Johnston has been that receiving offense for the Chargers up until this drive. And now he's been kind of going to anybody not named him. You had Gadsden, and then you had McConkey. Ellis just able to get quick pressure in, but he gets shoved out of the play there. Looks like he came a little bit out of contain trying to get to Herbert. That'll make it 3rd and 9 now in Denver territory. Denver looking to hold to another field goal. Broncos show blitz. It's a bunch formation in the gun. Herbert dropping back. Broncos blitz gets there. Intercepted after a deflection. Brandon Jones, and he's going to try and get some more yards out of this, down to the 23-yard line, and that's the first Denver interception of the season. Watching online on Screen Variety TV, and I am satisfied. Well, glad to hear that you are satisfied, Mr. Faizan Hamrock. Mr., Miss, they, them. Just glad you're happy to be watching football. I got a beer. So here's the breakdown of that play there. You got Herbert targeting Quentin Johnston. Riley Moss in tight coverage, able to bat it up and backwards right into the arms of Brandon Jones. Jones able to get Denver to about the 23-yard line. So Broncos are going to have the ball back. No points surrendered. And right when you need the defense to turn the momentum, look at what they do. Chargers were driving for a touchdown, and Broncos defense able to come up with another massive stop. So we are now in commercial break, so don't worry, you're not missing anything right now. You are not missing anything right now in this Broncos game. Do not worry. Okay, so if anyone kind of lives around roughly the area that I'm in. I don't know if you've ever heard of Wasatch Brewery, but I got Wasatch Apricot Heffy. And I was a little skeptical. I've never really tried a Heffy before. And yeah, you know what? It's been pretty good. I enjoy it. I don't like it more than another beer I have, and maybe I'll show you guys that. I'm probably only going to do the one beer, but Ah, there is one other beer. It's a seasonal, unfortunately, that I really like. It's kind of become a favorite of mine. Okay, I got a bunch of random text messages. Okay, nothing looks super crazy important. Yep, Grossi uploaded the part where Packers choked the game. God, you gotta feel bad for Grossi right there, man. Packers had that hook, line, and sinker, and then Cleveland is just able to yoink. Cleveland just able to yoink. Just able to steal one from the jaws of defeat. We are still in commercial break. Once again, you're not missing anything. It is still a 0-0 deadlock in San Francisco. Sorry. Here we are. We are back fresh off of the Brandon Jones interception. Once again, Herbert just looking for a guy. And it just gets batted by a diving Moss and then flicked over to Brandon Jones. Just able to corral it in. Broncos defense feeling real nice about that. Oh, they called him down. All right, so from their own 9, I form for Bo. It's going to be play action to Dobbins. Nix steps up. Nix looking, and that's going to be a first down. Cortland Sutton, gain of what looked to be about 12 on the play. They give him 15 on it. Never mind. First down for Denver, and it takes until the second quarter. Sutton just runs a nice, crispy comeback route over on that far right side. Nix was able to step out of trouble and just fling a nice, graceful little ball over to him. 1st and 10 Broncos from their own 22. Nix, it'll be another play fake to Harvey. Nix in the pocket, Nix escaping, and Nix just pulls it down and runs. And he's able to get about a gain of 6. That'll get him to about the 27. They give him 5. So it will be at the 27-yard line. Broncos now trying to get some things together. And here's the thing. Nix is under relentless pressure. Chargers are only bringing 4, but the Broncos O-line is just kind of playing like a turnstile right now. Nix able to step up and out of it. So the Broncos are going to report an eligible, or a lineman eligible. It's going to be number 63, so there's an extra lineman in the game. Nix in an I set here. It will be a handoff to Dobbins, and Dobbins still unable to get anywhere, able to twirl and fall forward for a gain of 1. That'll be 3rd, and they call it no gain, 3rd and 5 for the Broncos, trying to get a little bit more momentum after that interception, trying to get points out of it, if anything. Remember, too, Broncos will get the ball coming out of halftime as well, so take some time off the clock here, get a score, and that could be huge going into the second half. Broncos looking for momentum over 3 on 3rd down. This will be their shortest of the day, likely by far. 3rd and 5, it's going to be a gun set. He's going to have Dobbins to his right side. Nix takes a snap. Nix protected, stands in, and he's got Sutton over the middle. Sutton just going to go down to a knee. And Mr. Reliable, Mr. 3rd down for the Broncos, Cortland Sutton. And they are going to get, they said gain of 19. Nix able to stand tall in the pocket and just find Sutton on a deep dig route going left to right side. Able to find him right in front of the safety between linebackers and secondary. Great read, great throw, and good catch by Sutton. From their own 46, Nix is going to remain in the gun. Franklin going to motion left to right side. Nix takes a snap, and play was a little broken. Nix trying to escape, and Nix will get sacked. It's going to be Derwin James. Chargers brought an absolute fucking all-out blitz. It's a loss of 6. So Broncos are going to be massively set back now. That'll set them back to their own 40. It looked like the Broncos lineman got off a little late on that. Nix just kind of danced around the pocket a little bit, trying to avoid one man, and kind of walked himself back into another. Troutman unable to hold that block over on the side. Sets up 2nd and 16. Nix going to be in a pistol set. Dobbins still in the backfield. Bo with the snap. It's going to be a handoff going left side to Dobbins, and he gets dragged down from behind for another loss. That is T.O. Tart, big number 90 for the Chargers, and the Broncos are just unable to run the ball. It's a loss of 3. And once again, the Broncos finding themselves in a 3rd and forever. If you're looking for complimentary football, don't turn on this game because you will be infuriated. 3rd and 19 now for this Broncos offense. Nick's going to be what appears to be not an empty set. He's got 3 receivers to his right. It'll be a flea flicker. Nick steps up. Nick's lofting deep. And Mims drops it. Marvin Mims was wide open. Over the shoulder, hits him in the hands. And Mims drops it. A perfectly executed flea flicker. Nick's able to, I don't know, wiggle out of some pressure from the right side. Flips it up. And Mims just right through his fingertips. So Crawshaw will be on to punt. Crawshaw on to punt. And there it goes. And this one should be inside the 20. Caught at the 13. Now he's trying to navigate a little bit and find an opening. Number 12. And he's got some opening on the left side. 30, 35, 40. Finally chased out by Tyler Beatty at the 40. Looks to be the 45, 46 of the Chargers. Massive punt return. So now the Chargers are going to find themselves in good field position. And the Broncos will squander another turnover. Man, Marvin Mims, that drop is unfucking fortunate, dude. That is such an awful drop. You gotta drag that in if you're Mims, man. It got him right in the fingertips as he's running, dude. And I think he just saw the touchdown before he actually got the ball in. Just incredibly unfortunate. Oh, no. I didn't get all of my mouth going for that sip of fucking beer. God damn it. We are in commercial break now. You were not missing anything after a Broncos punt. Really, you know, none of these afternoon window games have been all that all that inspiring. I mean, it's still a nothing deadlock over in San Francisco, and that game's got 9:15 to go at the half. Looks like it's either field goal unit or punt unit coming out now for Arizona. And then the Seahawks are just blowing the doors off of the Saints right now. So it's like a completely uninteresting slate of games here in the afternoon. But that is all right. So Broncos offense once again squanders an opportunity. They were able to get 1 first down before it all fell apart, though. So, I mean, sure, I guess. And the scoreless deadlock is broken in San Francisco. Arizona able to tack on a field goal, make it 3-0 with 8:45 to go in the half over there. Once again, you are not missing anything in this Broncos game. You are about to be, though. We are coming out of commercial break. It's going to be Chargers ball at just about midfield. Broncos special team squandered or gave up a big return to number 12 of the Chargers. Not sure his name. $5:50 to go here in the half. Broncos will receive the ball at halftime. Chargers winning 3-0 as we speak. Broncos offense has not been able to get it going yet. They are going to be looking for something here. It's going to be from their 46. Handoff to Najee Harris, and he'll barrel it over midfield. Looks like a gain of 6. It's going to be to the Denver 49. Gain of 6. It's going to set up a gain, or Man, Broncos just try. Oh, they're showing this Chicago flea flicker that the Broncos just tried. Damn it. And it worked for Chicago, damn it. Here we go. 2nd and 4. It's going to be Harris in the backfield. 42 going to motion from left to right of the formation. Single back. Okay. Oh, no. There's a massive injury. Someone grabbing the calf. Chargers back. I'm not sure if that's Harris or Hampton. But he fell down mid-play action. That is Najee Harris. Oh, and that leg does not look good. That left leg does not look great. Something is wrong with Najee Harris. It's going to be an injury timeout. That did not look good on the field. It was a completion to Johnston to get further into Broncos territory, by the way. I wasn't paying attention fully to that. I saw the play happen and everything, but Najee Harris is very hurt. It looked like he was grasping at his calf as the play kind of progressed, and then after everything, Herbert kind of had to jump over in there. These commercials. So, yeah, it's a huge injury to Najee. And I really hope he's okay. You hate to see injuries, dude. Especially non-contact where it's stuff like that, dude. Like, that's not good. That's not cool. We don't like injuries. You never like injuries. It's... Stuff like that is awful, man. Hoping Najee's okay. That he's probably going to be out of the game. Probably going to go get it looked at. MRI, that whole thing. But I don't think there's any way he comes back in after something like that. Best case scenario, maybe he pulled something or is just cramping up really bad. But with the way he went down, it does not appear that that's going to be the case. You hope it's the case for him, though. Like... it's still Mac Jones at quarterback for the 49ers. Wonder what's wrong with Purdy. I haven't kept up with the Niners like at all. And apparently it is still Mac Jones starting at quarterback for the 49ers. Okay, we are back, and that's not what you want to see. Harris is hobbling off, not putting any weight on that left leg. That's horrible. What even happens? Oh! That's an Achilles tear. You just see that Achilles and that calf just completely pop. Fuck, man. Oh, that's awful. Fuck. Get better, Najee. Get better. Get better. Get better, Najee, please. They're putting him on the card. That is... Fuck, man. You just saw it just pop. So it's going to be Hampton now taking the majority of the snaps. It's going to be an I form now from the Denver 39. Herbert's going to hand off to Hampton. Hampton's going to push forward for what seems to be a gain of 5, brought down by Cooper and Singleton. And they call it a gain of 3. 2nd and 7. They're trying to stabilize Najee on the cart there. Yeah, dude, I just hope Najee's okay. I hope he's able to come back better, man. That's awful. All right. From the Broncos 35, another I form for Herbert now. Matlock and Hampton in the backfield. Handoff now going right side up the middle, and he'll get tripped up after a gain of 3. It's a gain of 5, so never mind. Don't listen to me half the time. Gain of 5, it's going to be 3rd and 2 for Omari and Hampton. Matlock just able to slam some great blocks for him going up ahead here. Hampton just with good speed. Oh, good ball carrier vision, able to see where he's going. Hampton remains in the game. It's a gun set now for the Chargers. Broncos bring 4, quick out, and that is Jahdae Barron in coverage on Ladd McConkey. McConkey able to hang on to it, and that'll be a first down. He got 3 they needed to. First down, LA. Just a little bit of a pick play right there. You had Allen going deep on like a deep corner, and that's able to stir up Jahdae Barron just enough to get McConkey into a position to make that catch. So first down LA, Broncos defense now in a position trying to hold off the Chargers from at least putting a touchdown on the board. Here's the snap. It'll be a handoff. End around to number 12, Darius Davis. Only able to get a gain of about 2 right there, brought down from behind by Justin Stranad. Clock is going to tick under 2:40 now, 2nd and 8. Broncos trying to get another possession here before the half. Probably be the last play here before the 2-minute warning. Broncos offense is going to be searching for a response here once this drive is over. Broncos only with 2 timeouts, 2:18 on the clock. Single back set, McConkey going to the right side. Herbert, play action now, stands in the pocket. Dondre Tillman suddenly getting into him. Herbert has to roll right. Herbert slinging. It is caught by Johnston. We got flags down, 2:06 to go. Moss was in coverage. And we'll see what the call is here. It's just a little bit of like a crossing route there by Johnston. He cuts up there. He had Moss on him. Moss looking for the ball. And just what a grab by Quentin Johnston. Just able to get it right where Moss can't get it. It is PI. Penalty is declined. Chargers are going to have extremely great field position, and that is going to be down to the 1-yard line now for the Chargers. I don't know if they actually tagged Moss for coverage there. I'm not sure. 16-ounce cores, jersey on, ready for second half Bronco takeover. Yes, sir, me as well, Woofy. So they don't actually put the ball on the 1. It's on the 3 now. Penalty was declined. Looks like they're sorting something. It's going to be a gun set, it looks like, for Herbert. Broncos defense trying to scheme something up in the red zone there. We've got some... Harbaugh's talking to the officials about something here. Not sure what that's about. All right, whatever. Doesn't appear to be anything bearing fruit. So you're going to have Harbaugh now. Well, you had Harbaugh talking about something. First and goal for the Chargers from the 3. Broncos trying to hold them out of the end zone and keep this to a 1-possession game before the half. Broncos do get ball in to start the second half, but this offense hasn't done anything. And now they let it tick down to the 2-minute warning. So all of that for nothing. It's going to go to the 2-minute commercial break. And we'll see what ends up coming out of that. Broncos offense just has not been able to get shit going at all today. Like, they've got 1 first down to their name. And the amount of opportunities that the Broncos offense has already squandered. Like, the defense can't hold out forever. Like, they can't. I think the only defense that can immortally hold out is, like, Cleveland's. But even then, like, Cleveland does have a couple of flaws. Denver right now, like, the defense is just trying to hold them in this. And I fear that, like, if the Chargers get up to 17, like, it's going to be really hard for Denver to get back unless they've already got points on the board. So, like, my problem is Denver cannot run the ball right now, and that is not setting anything up. There was a little bit of progress on that last drive, able to find Sutton for a couple of first downs. I think Denver actually managed to get 2 first downs out of that drive before they kind of got sacked out of field goal range or whatever the hell it was. Sacked and ran out of. Because something's going on in the running game. J.K. Dobbins is currently getting, like, all of the carries. And just unable to put anything together. I don't think Harvey's gotten more than maybe 1-2 carries. So Broncos defense needs to come up with a huge stop right here. Denver's only got 2 timeouts right now coming out of the 2-minute warning. So if you're the Chargers, you can kind of just run the ball, kill Denver's timeouts, and then still maybe take a 10-0 lead into the locker room because your defense has been playing that damn good. So Broncos are going to have to make some adjustments going into the second half and figure out how the hell to either run the ball or just how the hell to move the ball. Because the Chargers right now, the Chargers are getting pressure on what seems like every snap on Bo. And then every time Denver has tried to run the ball, man, it just has not worked. And then obviously you had that missed flea flicker there that Mims dropped. And I know he's kicking himself for that right now. So here we go, coming out of the 2-minute warning. Yep, we got a good old Wasatch apricot. I'm not sponsored. Maybe they could sponsor me. That'd be cool. So here we go. Out of the 2-minute warning, Broncos are going to have their backs against the wall. How about let Davis Webb call the offensive plays? I'd be down. If he can make Stidham look like that in the preseason, what can he do for Bo? Let Webb call the plays. First and goal, 2 minutes to go now for the Chargers from the 3. Broncos, backs against the wall. It's going to be a hand. No, play action. And miscommunication on that. Johnston not ready for the ball. Kind of sails it over him as a result. Moss in coverage. Second and goal now for the Chargers. 4 seconds are all that come off of the clock. Dude, Seattle might put like a 70-piece on New Orleans. Like, the score update just came up in the left corner of this. Dude, that's ugly. 35-3 right now in Seattle. Second and goal, gun set once again for the Chargers. Going to see Johnston motion. It's a handoff. Hampton's going to walk into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Chargers are going to make it a 2-possession game. 3-yard touchdown by Omarion Hampton. Not a single Bronco touched him. Just able to squeeze between guard and tackle, able to very, very wiggle by, and then no one in the secondary was able to get off a block, just gets in completely untouched. So, Chargers now going to tack on the extra point. Cameron Dicker, automatic. 10-0 LA. And in a game where the Denver offense has got nothing going, they need this drive badly. We're going to see that kick here in just a second. They're going to a 30-second timeout, eye on the field, which, again, I have said many times should be the default commercial style there. But, of course, you know, they're not going to make as much money, and it's a worse viewing experience if they do that. So, you know, whatever. Alrighty. Beer gone. Probably leave it at that. I remember we were down 24 at halftime. I came back and we smoked them. Let's have them repeat. I agree. Who quarterbacked that game? Was that a Manning comeback or was that Drew Lock? Because I remember the Drew Lock game. That was magic. That game was absolute magic. I remember that one. The Drew Lock one. I vaguely remember the Peyton one too. All right, it's going to be the kick from Dicker. There it goes. Broncos offense going to try to not squander something. Harvey on the return now. Mims trying to get in front for a block. Harvey to the 20, 25. And he'll fight up to about the 27-yard line. So now it's going to be this Broncos offense looking to make something out of nothing. Is that Jonah Ellis I saw trotting out with the offense? Was that Jonah Ellis I saw running out, or was he just running to the sideline and it was the opposite side? That was a weird camera angle. Here we go. 2 timeouts, 1:46. Broncos trying to get some points on the board before they go into half. They will get ball at halftime. Nick's in the gun. Dobbins to his right side. 2 receivers stacked on the right of the formation. Nick's dropping back. Now stepping out of a rush, able to sling it forward to Sutton. Nick's trying to get the guys gathered up. Broncos trying to conserve timeouts. Clock is going to drop below a minute 30 before they get the snap off. 2nd and 2, gain of 8, Charger 36. Nix once again in the gun, trips right. Nix with the snap, Chargers bring 4. Nix able to hang in there, but unable to find his target. Hit Franklin in the hands, but a bit of a wonky throw. Franklin does drop it. It's 3rd and 2 Broncos. Ball got tipped at the line. Franklin almost able to recover. But then it just kind of knuckleballs over to Franklin. He's unable to shut down his momentum and get back to it. 3rd and 2 now for the Denver Broncos. 1:22 to go on the clock. Play clock down to 16. Nick's trying to get everybody set. It's going to be 2 receivers to the top of the formation, right side. Nix takes a snap. Nix, quick look, and able to find Sutton on the right side. 1st down, Denver. To their own 39, minute 14 to go. Broncos still trying to conserve timeouts. Nix trying to get everyone set quickly. From their own 40, Nix in the gun. Taking the snap. Nix dropping back. 3-step drop. Nix looking a little more intermediate, looking for Mims on the left side. Unable to find him. Stops the clock with 58 seconds to go. 2nd and 10. Broncos still have 2 timeouts there. They've made good use of the no-huddle offense up to this point. And now they are going to get just a moment to kind of collect themselves, get something new called. Looks like he was looking for Mims on something like an out route. It's going to be another gun set. It's going to be trips to the left side for Denver. Nix with Dobbins to his right. Nix making an adjustment. Play clock down to 5. Chargers show blitz. There's the snap. Chargers bring blitz. You got a free rusher through. Nix just has to throw this thing away. Able to live another down there. Nix not trying to force anything. Chargers showed blitz and they brought it. Bit of an exotic angle they brought there. You got 3 guys coming from the left side. Overloaded it, and then you had a defensive back drop in between the guard and the tackle, completely unblocked. Nix was trying to adjust protection there and just unable to find anything. Sets up 3rd and 10. 53 seconds to go. Broncos about 18 yards out of field goal range. Nix in the gun. Nix with the snap, dropping back. Chargers bring 5. Bravo! Trying to wiggle around, able to escape. Nix looking for a first. Stretches as far as he can, and he's able to gain about 9 on that. And if you're Denver, you've got to go for this. 4th down. They're going to call it 4th and 1. Nix just pressed completely out of the pocket. Able to scamper around and dodge what I think was about 5 or 6 rushing Chargers. And just able to wiggle out, get to the edge, and he finds what seemed to be 8.5 yards. And we're going to get a timeout here by the Chargers. As the play clock was running down, Chargers must not have liked whatever defense they were out in. Broncos were out in an extremely heavy set. So Chargers get that timeout in with 46 seconds to go in the half. Broncos trying to drive down and get a score before the end of half. 4th and 2, it appears they're going to go for it here. This has been the best Broncos drive of the day. And they've only gone like 20 yards. They've gone a little further in that, but it hasn't been the prettiest of drives, obviously. Nick's not having the best of games. He's under 50% completion, 6 of 14. It's going to be a gun set for Bo with a bit of a heavy look to the right side. They're going to snap it, fake the pitch to Dobbins. Nix going deep. Nix has Sutton wide open. Touchdown, Denver. Nix, it just ends up, it's a fake pitch trying to go to the right side. 52-yard strike. And Denver is absolutely back in this thing, able to find Cortland Sutton wide open behind the entirety of the defensive backfield. What a play. Like I said, it's a bit of a heavy set to that right side there. Sutton's kind of bunched in there in the slot. It's a fake pitch out to Dobbins. Sutton just able to outrun a defensive back who looks lost on the backside. What a call on 4th and 2. And the extra point is up, and it is good. Broncos able to drag it in within 3. And they did not have to use a single timeout on that entire drive. 38 seconds to go here in the half. Bo Nix just with an absolute strike. Just able to drop it right into Sutton. Doesn't have to break stride. Wide open. Broncos able to split that LA defense. Let's fucking go. Let's fucking go. Let's fucking go, Wolfie. All right, you and me, bro. It's you and me. Let's fucking go. Maybe I should get you on a Discord call one of these days. Do like a dual call if you find yourself in a spot to be able to watch it. So Sutton with a 52-yard touchdown. Broncos go 72 yards in 7 plays, a minute 15 on the drive. They've still got 2 timeouts. If they want to try and get a stop and get the ball back, we'll see where this materializes. We'll see what the return looks like. Harbaugh doesn't look happy. Of course not. I wouldn't be. And the Broncos will get the ball in the second half. Davis Webb looked really happy about that. That had to be a Davis Webb call, because that was creative. So here's a kick by Lutz. 3-point game. And that is going to be returned by, not quite sure, 28. Broncos able to keep the return short of the 25-yard line. So there's a chance here that Denver tries to get this goddamn ball back. An interception right here for Denver would be absolutely massive. A return over of some kind might be able to send this in with a tie. Broncos trying to win a huge division game. Harbaugh shit at his pants. Oh, absolutely Harbaugh shat. Dude, Harbaugh pissed and shit his pants. All right, so they give the Chargers the 25. 32 seconds to go. Chargers with 2 timeouts. Herbo going to drop back here. Broncos, pressure closing in. And it's a low throw. They're going to call it a forward pass. Incomplete. Pressure closing into Herbert on both sides. Got sandwiched by both tackles as he let that one go. 28 seconds to go. And Denver really trying to get this ball back. Chargers field goal range is the Denver 40, is about the edge of it. So Broncos absolutely not only trying to keep him out of there, but trying to get this ball back with time to try and go down and get another field goal or something. Herbert in the gun, 2 receivers on the top of the formation left side. Herbert with the snap, in the gun. Broncos bring 4, pressure, gonna flush him out. Herbert looking deep. Herbert! Looking for Johnston, broken up by Pat Surtain. Looking to get everything in one go. And unable to find it one-on-one. It was Surtain and Johnston. And, well, you know what they say, 2 is more than 1. With an offensive holding penalty to boot. So it'll be a second down replay, but the Chargers are going to lose 10. So they get a holding call there, I believe, on number 68, looking for John Franklin Myers. What a breakup by Pat Surtain. So it's going to make it 2nd and 20 from the 15 now. They replay second down. They'll just hand it off over to Hampton. Able to bounce out of a tackle. Broncos able to run him out of bounds after what looked to be a gain of about 6. So the Broncos, so they give him a gain of 5. So Broncos, 16 seconds to go. Broncos definitely trying to save a timeout here to try and get a punt and to try and be able to run down for another field goal. So Broncos might be trying to cook something up here. Used a little more time than I think you'd like to. It is what it is. It's going to be 3rd and 15 now for Herbert in the gun. It's just going to be a handoff to Hampton on a draw. Broncos are going to use a timeout, I imagine. Yep, clock stops with 11 seconds to go. 4th and 9, they pick up 6, but you're still going to punt that. Now you're about at your original line of scrimmage. Broncos took that one timeout. And, they managed to corral Hampton out of bounds there and save a timeout. So we'll see what they try to happen, or they see, oh my God. We'll see what Denver tries to do here. Are they going to give Marvin Mims a chance to return this? 11 seconds on the clock. 11 seconds to go. Mims looks like he's looking for a signal here. So here we go. Broncos looking like they're in block formation here. Scott on the kick. Here it is. Scott barely able to get it off. Mims set up. Fair catching at the 20. 4 seconds to go. I imagine Denver doesn't really try anything now with only 4 seconds to go into halftime. Great punt there by J.K. Scott. I'm surprised the Broncos weren't trying to set up a real return here. I wonder if we see Peyton try and take a shot for the end zone just to see if you can get an F it, if you can get an absolute screw it. Nah, looks like Denver is going to knee out the half, unfortunately. Broncos are going to be down by 3, but they do have the last score of the game as it stands. So we go to halftime. Denver 7, LA 10. Broncos got a little bit of momentum cooking in the back minute or so of that second half, or that first half. Whew, they're going to go to a broadcast break. I am going to go to a break real quick. And I will see you guys in just a second. Don't go anywhere. You are watching the Crushin' It live cast, or whatever I'm going to call this thing. I don't know. But I will be right back. Oh. This stream is brought to you by sheer will in the midst of chaos and a full-time job that I'm starting to fall out of love with. How's the game going? The Ender Game Show? Glad you asked. It is 10-7 Denver. Denver grabbing a little bit of momentum at the end of that first half. We are going to go over some of these numbers. Let me go pull up that tab. Give me just a moment. We're going to get all the stats. We're going to get you guys all the good stuff, all the numbers. We like numbers. Bit of an odd game. Broncos offense unable to get anything going for most of that first half. Then that last drive they have of the second half, able to get something going. So here's how the numbers are looking. You got Bo Nix, 7 of 15, 108 for a touchdown. So a little bit of a shaky first half there for Bo, but just a little bit off, it looked like, on some of his throws. I'm not too concerned. He looked like he was starting to kind of set in there on that last drive of the second half. The last real drive, anyways. Neither Charger or Bronco fan, but I hope your team does well. I appreciate that. Thank you. Let me know what team you're a fan of, man. I'm always interested to hear. Always interested. As I've been harping on all game, Broncos rushing offense isn't doing shit. Bo Nix is the leading rusher with 11 yards. RJ Harvey's only gotten 1 carry. He got 4. And then Dobbins is 4 for -4. So definitely not what you want to see. Sutton right now kind of owning the Broncos receiving numbers. 5 catches, 96 yards, and a touchdown. RJ Harvey, 2 for 12. And then nobody else has a catch or a reception. These are just guys that got targets. Defensively, the Broncos are looking... Colts fan, gotcha. You guys got us last week. That was a way good game to watch, heartbroken as it made me. Broncos defense looks to be playing some improved football. Definitely still a little less than ideal than you'd like to see. Herbert's 10 of 20 right now, which is great for the Broncos defense, 126 yards. Does have the one interception that the Broncos were unable to capitalize on. You got Omari and Hampton, 10 for 33 with a touchdown. Najee Harris, 6 for 28 before he exited the game with a really unfortunate injury. It looked like on the field when they showed that replay an Achilles tear, so you really do hope the best for Najee. Don't like seeing injuries of any kind. Shit like that is awful. Chargers receivers, Quentin Johnston, 5 for 75, so him and Sutton kind of going blow for blow. Gadsden the second, 2 for 27. McConkey's got 2 catches for 17. Keenan Allen's only got 1 for 7. So Surtain has been here as advertised. And then really until that final 2-minute drive for the Broncos, I mean, the Chargers defense was just absolutely shutting shit down. Derwin James ended up with a sack somewhere in the fray. No turnovers by this Broncos offense yet, so we really are kind of hoping that that remains the case. Broncos defense, on the other hand, we'll go look at who's got sacks. Jones has one. Benito's got one. Cooper's got one. So Broncos with 3 sacks already, able to do what they couldn't do to the Colts and actually get some pressure back there. I'm just happy we're actually 3-0 this season, not used to feeling excited about our team. Well, and really, like, that wasn't helped by the fact that the media was kind of shitting on you guys all offseason. Like, when Daniel Jones got named the starter, like, I saw so many, not like memes or anything, but like, no discussion I saw had the Colts as like a real actual contender. So that's really exciting for Indianapolis, honestly. Like, the Colts are legit. Shane Steichen might just be the coach that Daniel Jones needed. Because, my God. Alrighty. Let's see where we are kind of standing elsewhere. We'll do some other score updates. We'll go over some of these total stats real quick. So Broncos only with 113 total yards. 70, I think 72 of them came on that final drive of the half. 102 passing yards to, like I said, only the 11 rushing yards. Yet they're averaging more yards per play all of a sudden after that drive. So you know how it goes. 4 first downs, 2 for 7 on third down for Denver, 1 for 1 on fourth. They've ran half as many plays as the Chargers. They've punted more. Broncos, 3 penalties for 33 yards. Time of possession battle skewed heavily in favor of the Chargers, basically 20-10. So the Broncos have only had the ball for a third of this game, and yet they are within 3. Broncos were starting to look better after that, or on that last drive of the second half. It was the same with the Indiana Pacers. Media just hates Indiana. Yeah, on God. Just nobody respects Indy, which I think is wild. Yeah, well, no, and like Indy absolutely blew the doors off the Titans, too. So we'll go touch up on a few of these other scores here, just kind of while we're still in this halftime lull. No reason for me to keep you guys from that. Some interesting scores. So obviously earlier in the week you had Buffalo stamp on the Dolphins, 10-point win for the Bills. Dolphins are bad. Lamau. You got Bengals Vikings 48-10. That game was close before I stopped watching. Jags able to edge out the Texans. So Texans are 0-3 now in a way big hole that I don't know if they're going to be able to get out of. Not with the way their offense is playing right now. As I mentioned, Indy able to blow the Titans out, and I'll go pay some special attention to that game since you are in the chat. Danny Dimes, 18-25, 228 and a touchdown. Efficient football from him. Jonathan Taylor absolutely cooked. Absolutely cooked. 17, 102, 3 tutties. Absolute gold. Pittman goes 6 of 73 for a touchdown. Pierce 4 for 67. Warren gets 3 of 38. Downs 2 of 34. Taylor 3 of 16. Defensively, Tyquan Lewis had 2 sacks. You had Kwity Paye with another. Who else? Nelvin Gallimore also got a sack. So 4 total sacks. And Will Levis still looking like a rookie. Or Cam Ward, not Will Levis. God. Cam Ward did look a little better, though. At least from a number standpoint. I didn't really see that game on the field. at all. 23 of 38, 219, tutty, and a pick. So, you know how it goes. But definitely, you know, Titans' run game is still not helping Cam Ward out. The Titans are a bad roster that they kind of threw their rookie quarterback into. So that is our little halftime update on Crushin' It. I should probably give you guys current scores of the current games as well. What am I doing? 1 sec. We'll go pull up the current scores, two of games that are currently being played. So Saints and Seahawks, 38-6 in Seattle. The Saints have just died, basically. I mean, Spencer Rattler, 22 of 29, 155. Kamara's only averaging 2.9 yards a carry. Colts are looking good, hoping it continues. Like this Indiana Jones in the 25 comeback would be amazing. Absolutely. Well, he's pulling a 2024 Sam Darnold right now. Like, straight up. Let's see. Yeah, so Saints can't run the ball. Saints can't really throw the ball all that well. Meanwhile, Sam Darnold has thrown more touchdowns than incompletions. And Kenneth Walker has one of the weirdest stat lines I have ever seen. 8 carries, 7 yards, 2 touchdowns. JSN, 94 yards and a touchdown. Torrey Horton, 32 yards, 1 touchdown as well. Defensively, I mean, what really, like, is the Seahawks defense just, like, stamping constant 3-and-outs or something? Are they getting, like, a couple of fumble recoveries? Can I just see this? Fumbles law, no, just no turnovers, just the Seahawks are playing that much better. 21 points first quarter, 17 points second quarter for the Seahawks. Stop the damn match. Then down in Chicago, excuse me. It's Bears with the lead right now, 17-14 over Dallas. And then probably the most boring game now on the current docket is Niners Cardinals. Niners take a 6-3 lead in at halftime. And you know, Kyler Murray playing mediocre, Mac mediocre. The one team collapse I'm surprised to see is the Chiefs. I'm not, in a weird way. Like, they have shed so much talent over these last couple of off seasons, and really at this point, like, Kelsey's playing like shit, and Kelsey's like the go-to guy for Kansas City when, like, the receivers aren't playing well, and so far, like, Kelsey has just kind of looked washed this year. I'm not even going to sugarcoat it to you. Kelsey has looked washed. And then really, like, who does he have to throw to? Worthy's out with a fucked up shoulder. Rice is out for, like, another, 3 weeks? Or something like that. Like, KC doesn't have the firepower right now to really do anything, and I don't think their run game is, like, really good enough for them to, like, what's the word I'm looking for, to, like, compensate for that, because the Chiefs aren't a run first team at all. Yeah, like, the Chiefs being kind of bad to start the year doesn't really surprise me, and I would rejoice if they fall to 0-3. Okay, no one is gonna feel bad for Kansas City if they have a down year. And honestly, too, like, it might look like I remember the 90s Broncos were really good. Like, even if they weren't winning Super Bowls, just seeing them go from contenders to bottom of the AFC is surprising. Yeah, a little bit. It is. I don't know. Like, I was going somewhere with it. The 90s Broncos used to kind of do the same thing, too, is kind of the funny thing. Like, they really did kind of used to do that. Like, for whatever reason, the 90s Broncos kind of had this weird thing every now and again where, like, they do really good one year and then they would fall apart the next and then rebound the next year. Like, I think it was, like, the 94 to 95 Broncos, like, they won, like, 11 games or something in 94. They went to the playoffs, or maybe I've got a few of my seasons backwards. I'm not sure. I'll have to look when we come out of halftime, because once we are out of the game, I think we're about to come out of halftime now. And it is gonna be great. We are coming out of halftime. Broncos are going to get the second half kickoff, so this will be a really good chance to see if the Denver Broncos can actually get something going offensively and sustain a few good offensive drives. Would love to see him go down and tie this thing really quickly. I wonder if I can... Hang on a minute, because I have way more space to work with on my chat thing than I think I do. So we are going to try something here. What about 800? 800 on the height for chat here. So now maybe I can kind of drag it up a little bit. I'm not going to mess with the graphics too much right now. I'll have to play with that another time. Here is kick. Broncos ball. We are in the third quarter. Fielded by Mims at the 2. Mims 15-20. Looking to find a little bit of room here. Wiggling his way over and gets thrown down at the 34-yard line. Going to give a Charger a pat on the back there. So Broncos going to have solid field position to start out the second half here. Broncos looking to capitalize on that last 2-minute drive and looking to keep the momentum going. All right, they're giving a quick coach's interview there with Harbaugh. No camera on the field yet, so give us just a second. Here we go. It's going to be Nix in the gun. Going to hand off, going left side to J.K. Dobbins, and Dobbins able to find some positive yards, and now he's free down the left sideline. Dobbins trying to find a little bit more room, and he is going to be all the way down inside of the Chargers' 20-yard line. So right out of the gun, Dobbins able to take what he's got and multiply it by a lot, and then somehow twist it into a positive. That's a long run by Dobbins. Able to wiggle through, and then able to, to the 25 now, so not as far as I thought. They're going to give it to him again. He's going to spin around, and now he's inside the Charger 20. Spins down to about the 19-yard line. So looks like they are down to the 6. And according to the broadcast, there's a severe thunderstorm warning in Box Elder County until 4:30 Mountain Daylight Time. So for the next 40 minutes, if you live in Box Elder and you're watching the stream, there's a severe thunderstorm warning in your area. Nix once again in the gun after a gain of 6 from Dobbins. Dobbins starting to find some steam. Nix in the gun, going to take the snap, dropping, looking, slinging over to Dobbins, and what a catch by Dobbins with a stiff arm down the sideline. Touchdown! Denver, what a snazzy little play there. We'll see how they score that, whether it's a rushing touchdown from Dobbins or a pass from Nix. Either way, what a way to start that second half for Denver. Able to make a fingertip catch on the ground, able to stiff arm a Charger off of him, and then he just walks a tightrope down the sideline. They're going to look at it to see if he stepped out of bounds. For now, it's a touchdown. And it appears... There's Green! The touchdown stands! What a run from Dobbins! And Lutz able to knock through the extra point. Touchdown, Denver! First lead after the first drive of the second half. And we're going to have to see how they fucking scored that. Because that was a wild play. I don't know if they scored that as a rush or if they scored that as a pass. They scored it as a pass. So it goes on to Nix's resume as a passing touchdown, 19 yards. And Dobbins is now suddenly averaging 7.2 yards per carry. Good God. Somebody, screenshot this. Fucking absolute cinema right now. God damn, absolute cinema. Oh, that is absolutely amazing. What a drive from the Denver Broncos. 2 straight weeks where they've come out of the second half absolutely swinging. So now they're going to have the Chargers on their heels a little bit going into their first drive of the second half. What a first drive from your Denver Broncos, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies, gents, All in the middle. Broncos fans, who cares? What a play. What a drive from the Denver Broncos. Wow, we are in commercial break. We're not missing anything. For anyone concerned, Niners and Cardinals are back from halftime as well. So if anyone's interested there, it is there for you. While we are in commercial break, bit of a shameless plug here. If you're not already, please subscribe. I'd appreciate it. Share it with your friends if they're Broncos fans and they maybe can't see the game, because I love doing commentary like this. And I don't know, I like people seeing the stuff I get up to. So here we go. We are going to be back into the game. Broncos able to get a wild score out of that. What a catch from Dobbins, and what a way, just great body control by him to be able to tiptoe up that sideline. Mims with a huge block there. Course pounder number 2, yes sir. I have work tomorrow, or I'd probably get a little, or I'd probably drink a little more. I don't know, I still might crack one of my Una pumpkins and then call it at that. Not a Broncos fan, but I'll toss a sub your way. You seem chill. I appreciate that, man. I do try to be as chill as I can. Here we go. It's going to be fielded at the 1. Darius Davis. He has one really good return. And looking for another. There's a fumble. Ball's out. Fumble. It looked like Denver fell on it. The Broncos say they have it. Who's got it? I think Denver had it. I think Denver's got it. Denver ball! Jonah Ellis able to punch it out on the kickoff from Darius Davis, and suddenly Denver's in a position to rip this game further away. J.L. Skinner able to come away with this thing. Broncos ball. Offense going to come right back onto the field right after being that hot, and it was Jonah Ellis that just peanut punches the shit out of that ball. Skinner able to fall on it and scoop it up. Jonah Ellis just bing, able to pop that shit out. Oh my God, Broncos offense is going to be very happy now. Here we go. Nick's in the gun at the 30. It's going to be handoff to Dobbins. Dobbins waiting patiently, and Dobbins unable to get much, able to get 1. Last interaction with a Broncos fan I had was them saying the refs won the game for the Colts, so it's a nice change of pace. Every fan base is going to have their assholes, obviously. I thought the call was questionable, really, at best, but, you know, when it really came down to it, like, the defense needed to play better. That whole game, you know what I mean? So I've moved on. It appears it is going to be an empty set for Nix. He's got 3 guys on the left side, or on the right side, 2 to his left. Nix making a slight change at the line here. Franklin gonna bunch in now. Here's the snap. Nix dropping back. Empty backfield. Nix gonna loft it. Looking, and he just overthrows a diving Marvin Mims. Gonna set up 3rd and 8. Mims was open. Nix just gets a little too much on it. There was pressure in there for the Chargers. Nix had to step up and get a little bit of an off-platform throw. Nix just can't find Mims today at all. But, I mean, Nix hangs on to that for another blip. Then it's over. 3rd and 8 now for Denver. They are in field goal range. Nix in the pistol. Nix going to drop back to throw. Going to try and flick it out to Mims out of the backfield, who manages to catch it, but unable to get it in stride. Looks like about a gain of 4. It's going to set up 4th and 4, and Broncos probably going to trot out the field goal unit here. It just gets tipped by Caldwell. Number 99 there for the Chargers. Could see a hard count attempt here by the Broncos. But I mean, hell, I think if Mims is able to get that in stride, he's able to turn that into a first. So it'll be a 45 or 42-yard attempt for Lutz, left hash, able to knock it through. It is a 17-10 game. Broncos able to get a field goal off of that turnover. Broncos offense looking really good, though. I could see them going to the playoffs. The offense has been a little wishy-washy, honestly. Like, they really weren't there in that first game. Second game, like, they had the one good drive in the second half and then just kind of fell apart there after getting to 28. And then, even in the first half of this game, like, up until there was a minute 50 to go, like, Denver's offense wasn't doing a single thing. But it is really, really nice to see them starting to kind of pull it together here a little bit now. And now suddenly in the span of 2 drives, Dustin's got 10 points. And there's, damn well Colts didn't get called for leverage, but we did say what you want to make yourself feel better. Hey, man, I'm just being honest, all right, dog? I'm just being as honest as I'm just calling my view on it, all right? I thought it was a questionable call at best, but I'm going to leave it at that. Broncos should have won that game about 5 other ways, and I mentioned this in my post-game instant reaction. Bo Nix shouldn't have thrown that pick. Lutz shouldn't have missed that field goal. Like, it wasn't the ref's fault that Denver lost that game. Like, Denver did everything to hand that game to Indy, and they did. So, settle down, Woofy, okay? Don't go sicking the friends in chat, okay? We're all chill here. Aight, bruh. We're all chill here, alright? Dude legit jumped on top of the center. Oh, Lord. Okay, everyone in chat settle down, damn it. Both of you. Easy. I don't need to start a war in my chat, okay? Oh, Lord. What am I going to do with you two? What am I going to do with you two? I will say a little bit of a shameless plug here once again. I am going to be doing an instant reaction video like I did last week right after this. And then I'm going to try and get another video out throughout the week. But it's just with me working a full-time schedule, it's a little hard to do. So just kind of look out for whatever activity I'm throwing out there. Okie doke, it's going to be Chargers ball, allegedly, once again. I would love to see the Broncos force another turnover here. Chargers offense the Chargers offense hasn't touched the field, and now suddenly they don't have a lead. So Broncos able to pounce on some early opportunities here in the second half. You'd like to see him get a touchdown out of that turnover drive, but you'll take 3 points when you can get them. So now we'll see what the Chargers might be able to do with the ball. Lutz getting ready to kick this thing off. This should allegedly be Chargers football, assuming they don't fumble it again. And Lutz boots this thing off. And we're going to see it fielded again by Darius Davis. Davis up to the 20, and he's going to get clobbered at the 25-yard line. And look to be Devon Key. So, Broncos defense now looking to keep up the good things they were doing in that first half. Broncos were playing good first half defensive football. It just wasn't, the prettiest at times. So, it is an ankle for Najee Harris. He is out. Mekhi Becton out with a concussion, it appears. So, of course, hope the best for those guys. Hope they're able to get back and be strong. Single back set now for Herbert. Number 42 going to motion to the left side of the formation. Herbert, it will be a play fake. Matlock getting into block a little bit, and now he's just got to check it down. And Hampton gets the catch. It's a gain of 1. Jonathan Cooper in on the coverage. For the Colts, yes, they did. Come on, Woofy, live it alone. It's a new week. That happened 7 days ago. The Broncos have a chance to get a way cooler win here. The Broncos never play the Colts that good anyway, so let it go, my boy. Going to be a gun set now for Herbert. Hampton over to his right side. It looks like 2 receivers to the left and right. Herbert dropping back now in the gun. Some pressure was starting to get there. He throws it to Hampton behind the line of scrimmage, and Broncos able to swarm in on him for what would appear to be a loss of 1. There is a flag down, and we'll see what this is. Wonder what the call is here. Nothing looked too out of the ordinary here. It's illegal contact on Pat Surtain. 5-yard penalty with an automatic first down, unfortunately. So we'll see what he kind of, yeah, it was more defensive holding on that there. Just trying to let you, he just had hands on past the 5-yard. Obviously can't do that. Little physical. Chargers move up to the 31, 1st and 10, 11 minutes to go on the clock. It'll be handoff left side, Hampton out of the gun. Hampton finds some open space. Gain of 11. Another first down. And Brandon Jones was in on the tackle, able to limit the damage on that. We'll see Hampton come out of the game now, so Chargers going to have their 3rd string back in the game for him now. God, my nose fucking itches. Alrighty. Herbert, it's another gun set for him. 2 receivers right, 1 top of the screen on the left. He will pass it. Herbert standing in the pocket, now starting to feel flustered, and McConkey's looking for a flag. Stranad was in coverage, and he's gonna get one. They're saying it's downfield, so not sure what this is gonna be. They're saying PI on 9? Hufanga wasn't even in the frame of the ball. So they call Hufanga for PI. Where even is he in the frame? Because Herbert's not even looking. Oh, okay, yeah, okay. And even Colts fans doubted him too. Oh, I for sure doubted Indiana Jones. So it's another first down for the Chargers. Penalty on Talanoa Hufanga, PI. Swiped the ankles of McConkey, didn't get away with it. So now from the 50, Chargers in the I-4, Matlock in at fullback. Herbert, it's going to be a handoff to Hampton, and Hampton is going to get absolutely stonewalled in the backfield. And another flag is going to come down, and what could even this possibly be? Lazarique up in the face of a Chargers lineman. Refs trying to separate a little bit of extracurricular. And your announcer is cracking beer number 2, and that's where he's going to leave it. They're calling it defensive holding on 98. I believe that is Uwazurike. No, that is Myers. So now defensive holding. So Broncos defense just handing the Chargers yards. Bunch of defensive penalties now. Broncos defense shooting themselves in the foot. It's like they're trying to get the Chargers to tie this damn game. 1st and 10 from the Denver 45. It's going to be an empty set for Herbert. Hampton out of the game. 3 receivers to the right. 2 receivers left on the top of the screen going left to right. Herbert dropping back. Broncos rushed about 3 there and completed over to Gadsden. Knocked out of bounds by Moss and another Broncos defensive back. Gain is 4. So, Broncos defense now just trying to hold up a little bit. They've shot themselves in the foot more times than you'd like to see on this. Looks like man for Denver on that one. Just some quick outs there for the Chargers. 9:30 to go on the clock. Another gun set for Herbert. Hampton in the backfield from the Broncos 41. 3 receivers to the left. Herbert takes a snap. Broncos brought 4. Tossing it out to Hampton. And good tackle by Jonah Ellis because Hampton had nothing but green grass ahead. If he breaks out of that, it's a first down for Indy. Or not for Indy, God. It's a first down for LA. I saw the Jonathan Taylor thing out of like the corner of my eye on my other monitor, and it just like Indy clicked in my head for some reason. No, Taylor had really good numbers today. He had really good numbers last week too. He was better last week. Just be honest, the one who are truly punching the air right now is the Giants. Oh no, for sure. So many former Giants. Matlock gonna go in motion. Single back set, handoff to Hampton. Hampton trucks through a guy, but he's not able to get much further. Looks like a gain of 3. Inside of the Broncos 35 now are the Chargers. Gain of 4. And it looks like they're going to spot him at Denver's 30. So Broncos trying to man a stand here, hold to a field goal. Broncos trying to hold on to a very impressive stat. No second half touchdowns allowed so far this year. Another single back set. Haskins now in the game instead of Hampton. Matlock in motion. It will be play action. 2nd down and 6. Herbert dancing a little bit, and he's going to overthrow one. It was Benito in coverage. He was looking for Fisk, number 42. Tight end that looks like a damn fullback, playing, looks like a bit of an Andrew Beck role, similar to what Beck did for Denver a couple of years ago. Johnston fighting around with Surtain a little bit. Herbert just ends up getting a little bit pressured. Broncos had pretty good coverage everywhere. Herbert got flushed, had to look for somebody, and just ends up tossing it. 3rd and 6 now from the Denver 30. It's a gun set now for Herbert, running back to his left. 3 receivers to the right, bottom of the screen. Herbert with the snap. Quick drop, trying to get it into McConkey, and he does! Shoestring tackle by Pat Surtain. But still, he's able to slice down for another 1st down. So Chargers able to convert a 3rd and 6 and nearly get into the Denver red zone. Let's see where he gets there. No, they are inside of the red zone, down to about the 19-yard line. So Broncos defense with their backs against the wall once again. McConkey just runs a nice little underneath route, gets under the defense, a little bit of a rub concept. Herbert's going to be in the gun with a running back. I believe that is Haskins to his right. It will be play action to Haskins. Broncos bring the house. Pressure got in there. Low ball, incomplete. Looking for Keenan Allen. In coverage were Hufanga and Moss. That probably doesn't get completed anyway, even if it does get there. Expecting a week 1 win against the Dolphins. Wasn't expecting us to destroy them. Oh, straight up. I think everyone was ready for the Dolphins to be the worst team in the league, maybe outside of New Orleans. I don't think anyone was ready for the Dolphins to be this bad. It'll be 2nd and 10 for the Chargers. Herbert in the gun once again. Stack receivers to the left. Herbert takes a snap. And pass incomplete. Was looking up the middle, looking for McConkey. Herbert looks like he got blasted on that play. 3rd and 10 now for the Chargers. Broncos trying to hold LA to a field goal here. Singleton just kind of got a shoulder into him coming up the middle. If you're curious, it's 41-6 Seattle. Okay, Singleton trying to get everybody set. Herbert out of the gun, takes a snap. Broncos bring 4, and he's got Quentin Johnston, and he'll get a 1st down before getting popped by Singleton. That's a gain of 10. That is going to be a 1st down. 1st and goal to go for LA at the 6. Broncos defense now trying to put the clamps on. Just soft coverage there. Soft zone is what it looks like. And you had Moss. Jaquan McMillan looked like he got crossed somewhere. Great hit by Singleton to stonewall him from getting any further. Moss misses a tackle completely. From the Denver 6, pistol set now for Herbert. Hampton going to motion over to the left side. Now they're going to bring in number 9. Pitch outside now to Hampton. Hampton looking for the edge. Hampton going to get bunched up, and he's going to get maybe a gain of half a yard. Able to get down near the 5. A lot of Broncos kind of bunching in on him. I haven't watched the other Broncos games, but from what I've seen in Colts and Broncos, the Broncos could have a really good team, but they keep having issues keeping momentum. Yeah, that's kind of been a weird thing with them this year so far. Like, they can't hang on to momentum. And we could be seeing a very live example of that happening here in just a moment. Chargers within 5 yards of tying this ball game. 5:54 to go. And counting down, Herbert in the gun. Looks to be Hampton in the backfield once again. 3 receivers right. Takes a snap. Herbert dropping back to the 15. Now he's flushing out to his right. Back to the 19. Looking for a receiver. Unable to find him. Looking for Gadsden in the back of the end zone. I believe that was Riley Moss in coverage. It'll be 3rd and goal from the 6 now. 5:41 to go here in the 3rd quarter. Broncos defense trying to absolutely block the Chargers out of a touchdown here. Red zone defense for the Broncos trying to stiffen up here and hold the Chargers to a field goal or worse. So Chargers with a new right side of the line. We're going to see Allen motion from slot right to lone left. Herbert in the gun once again takes a snap. He will pass it. Broncos brought 4, looking for a quick touchdown. Incomplete, looking for Allen. 4th and goal. They go on a really good drive, and then it's like they go on vacation for the next drive. No, you're absolutely correct. So Chargers going to go for 3. Denver's defense able to come up with a stiff denial. Somebody got a hand in there before it even got to Keenan Allen. Looked like Stranad just tipped out and then knocked out by the Broncos DBs. So Chargers are going to have to kick a field goal, 24 yards. That is irritating. If you are LA, Dicker easily knocks that through. So 13-17. Broncos defense red zone defense is able to stiffen up completely. 17-13. We are going to take a quick break. I'm going to run to the bathroom, but we will absolutely be right back to more Broncos football. Don't go anywhere. You are watching Crushin' It. Oh, you are still watching Crushing It. Thank you, everybody, for sticking around. We still got a good amount of football to go. About 20 minutes. Broncos clinging to a 17-13 lead, and they will be getting the ball here after this commercial break, looking to make that lead 11. Been an interesting game so far. Broncos defense has been clamps in the red zone as usual. Still no second half touchdowns allowed by this Denver defense. And they will be looking to absolutely keep it that way. So we'll have to see what the offense is able to do here with this next drive. They were able to find their running attack a little bit on that first drive of the second half. You had Dobbins able to pop a couple of huge runs there. So we'll see what else they might be able to do here. Definitely looking for Nix to keep things steady once again. It'll be interesting to see what happens. Of course, we are still in commercial break. You are not missing anything right now. But we are crawling back into the game here. Alrighty. Will be Broncos ball here in just a minute off of the kickoff. Here's a sip of beer for the offense. It's even orange and blue. So it's a 69-yard drive by the Chargers. And all they get is a field goal. It's a 4-point game now. Broncos absolutely trying to just hang on right now. Well, not hang on. Trying to extend this lead now after this kick. So Dicker going to get this thing off. And it will be returned by Mims. Harvey going out early to try and start blocking. Mims able to cut to the left side and able to fight up to the 35. So about a 34-yard return there for Marvin Mims. As usual, Mims able to give the Broncos great field position. And now we are going to see what this Broncos offense can try and do. It's going to be 1st and 10, Denver offense from their own 35. We are going to see little bit of miscommunication on the formation there. Play clock running down to 10 now. Nix getting everybody set. Single back with Dobbins in the backfield. Play clock down to 5. Franklin going to go in motion. It'll be play action. Nix just has to get this one out over to Franklin. Franklin trying to navigate a bit of traffic. And lucky he's able to find a gain out of that. Looks to be a gain of 1 or 2. Nix was under immediate pressure. Looked at the Saints and Seahawks score. My God, yeah, it's bad. 44-6 as I see it come up on the corner of my monitor over there. Chicago's up 10, and then it's 6-6 in San Francisco. So 2nd and 9 now. Broncos tried a little bit of a screen over to Troy Franklin. Blocks weren't able to materialize. It will be another single back set. Harvey in the backfield. Harvey will get the carry. Flag down. So likely going to be a penalty on the Chargers if they didn't kill the play. Could be neutral zone infraction there by the Chargers. We'll see what this is. Well, looks to... And they're going to say it's on Denver. So it is declined, and it's going to be about 3rd and 10 now, maybe 3rd and 11. Carry to Harvey goes absolutely nowhere, so kind of as Ender Games has said, Broncos offense is taking their little vacation drive right here for a minute. But hey, you know, Chargers do have a really good defense, so not everything is going to roll against them here. So we'll see what they call this. 3rd and 10, 3rd and 11 roughly. Maybe 3rd and 12. It's an empty set for Nix. Nix going to take the snap, dropping back to the air. Nix going to find a guy underneath RJ Harvey, trying to find a block. Doesn't get it. Nice open field tackle by Still, number 29. Able to find Harvey for a reception, and that will do nothing. Gain of 2, Broncos punt. And it is just an outstanding tackle there by Still. Really, you know, Troutman not able to really get a block around on him and Still just able to get him right in the thigh pad, bring him down. Harvey can't break out of it. So it's a Broncos punt now by Crawshaw. This will be his 5th punt of the day. Crawshaw with the snap, gets it off, and hanging quite a bit. It'll be fair caught at the 14-yard line by Darius Davis. So Chargers not going to have jack for field position. 3:38 to go as we go into another commercial break here. Chargers going to try and get some more points on the board while the Broncos offense is stalling a little bit. Broncos defense going to look for another big stop. I am going to turn off the San Francisco game. Is the Dallas game just blocked out for me right now? Blocked in my area? That's really annoying. Okay. At least on my TV, it doesn't want to act like it's going to work. I have signed up for YouTube TV base. Okay, fucking whatever, YouTube. Okay, whatever. Shit, I'll turn on New Orleans at Seahawks. Why not? We are in commercial break. You were not missing anything in this Broncos game. It is 44-6 right now in Seattle. 3rd quarter, 3.5 to go. It's going to be Rattler in the gun for a 3rd and 2. Rattler going to drop back. Rattler looking. Rattler managed to find a guy on the right side. 83 Johnson for a 1st down. Squoze it between 2 Seahawks defenders. Bit of a risky ball, if you ask me. Okay, this hoodie under my jersey needs to come off. It's finally kind of hot enough in my room that I don't need the hoodie on, so give me just a minute here. This Elway jersey is the only jersey I think I still have at my house. My current house, anyway. That's a lot of static electricity that just got thrown into my hair. Good Lord. Okay, hoodie's off. Jersey's gonna go back on. I am gonna turn my fan up a little higher because it is not high enough right now. Okay, we're getting places. We're getting places. Okay, we got places. I'll get my much shorter hair out of my face. And headset comes back on as soon as we come back from break. I couldn't have timed that any better. If you're curious, the Saints are still getting massacred. They are absolutely still getting massacred. It's like a 5-possession game. ESPN cooked the Titans with a title. Jonathan Taylor, 3 touchdowns, leave Colts undefeated with 41-20 thumping of the winless Titans. Toxic. 1st and 10 from the 14. Herbert going play action. Benito able to bear down right on him. Loss of 9 on the play. Benito, just a heat-seeking missile. They're going to call it a loss of 8. Screams around the right tackle and is just able to destroy. Who is that? Is that Joe Alt on the left side that just gets, Joe Alt just gets turned into a turnstile on that play. Benito just able to rocket into the backfield. And Benito looking for the ball, can't find it. Gun set now for Herbert, dropping back into the end zone now. Herbert trying to go deep here. Unable to connect. Looking for Trey Harris, number 9, down on the right side. Deep right sideline. Riley Moss in coverage. 3rd and 18 now for the Chargers. So Broncos now looking to get another sack or just hold the Chargers from a first down here. Trying to set themselves up with great field position once again. 3rd and 18 for the Broncos defense. Chargers offense not going to... trying to at least get out of the shadow of their own goal line. Herbert once again in the gun. Broncos bring 4. Benito with a great jump. Able to get it out to his running back Hampton. And Hampton will get met after a gain of about 12. They'll stop him shy of the first down. Able to rally to him. I believe that was Singleton on the tackle. Olave getting the points being so far down. Hey, man, you take what you can get. It's a good thing the Chargers offense seems to be having an issue getting yards this drive. Yeah, well, I mean... the Broncos defense is good. I don't know what happened in Indianapolis, but, like, the Broncos never play the Colts well. Ever. So here we go. It'll be a punt for J.K. Scott inside of his own 10. Able to boot this thing away. And we'll see Mims fair catch for it at the 41-yard line. So Broncos now going to have great field position. 2:11 on the clock. And I need to move the ball. Not paying attention. On OBS, my, this little football thing right here that I use to, mark who has the ball, I literally just have it called Who Has Ball. Just simple name. It doesn't need to be complicated. So 1st and 10 now from their own 41. Franklin going to motion left to right. Nix drops back to throw. Play fake. Nix, deep drop. Now he's going to scramble around to his left side. Nix looking to scramble. Nix will find some room, and he'll step out of bounds after a gain of, I believe, 7. Looks like a gain of 7, maybe 8 on that. They give him 6 on that. I can't math, apparently. So now, okay, so they do give him 7. I was right! Yeah, fuck you, NFL. I was right. I'm the one that was correct. Single back set for Nix now. We're going to see Adkins motion over to the right side. Hand off to Dobbins. Dobbins able to find a lot of space up the middle. Spins down and gets blown up by Derwin James, but not after picking up the first down and a little bit more. 1:20 to go here now in the 3rd quarter. Broncos offense starting to find their legs again, starting to run the ball well again. ESPN currently has Broncos at a 74% chance of winning. Hey, it ain't over till the fat lady sings, man. It ain't over. I don't care what ESPN says. I'll believe it when it's the end of the game. Gun set for Nix now. 3 receivers left side. It's going to be handoff over to Dobbins going right. Dobbins able to force his way forward for a gain of 3, maybe 4. Just getting chipping further and further into Charger territory. And now that will, this next play will likely be the last of the 3rd quarter. Bronco ball. Dobbins up to 76-yard rushing with that touchdown, averaging 7.6 yards a carry now for Dobbins. Nick's in the gun. Dobbins still in the game. Bunch set left. Mims going to motion right. Now going to go back to his left side. Nick's, it will be a handoff. No, it's a play fake, but Nick's unable to get out of pressure. Heavy blitz by the Chargers, and Derwin James able to get into the backfield, and that is how the third quarter ends. 17-13 Denver. You are still watching Crushin' It, and the NFL is going to be going to commercial break, everybody. So we are going to have a little bit of time between us. A little bit of time. Maybe I throw up a poll here. It's going to completely break chat on screen. I'm going to be 100% with you right now. I am going to be 100% with you right now. So let's see. Let's, okay, maybe now I can, like, screw around with the height a little bit. If we go 1200 on the height here. Okay, maybe that's better. Who knows? Fuck, who knows? All right, let's start a poll. I think we got a few of you guys in here. Hang on a minute. I'm making a poll. All right, cheeky little poll I'm throwing up in chat. It's gonna break chat on my screen. Yeah, absolutely just shattered chat on screen, but it is what it is. It is what it is. It is what it is. So it is, I believe it's gonna be like third and forever for Denver when we get back into the broadcast. Meanwhile, the Saints have scored a touchdown. It's now 44-12, and they're pending the extra point. Yeah, Groupie's lining up to take that extra point shot, so we'll see how that goes for him here in just a minute. I'm gonna finish off my second beer, probably toss my cans, and then this is about where I'll leave it. Alrighty. How are we feeling on the poll so far? One vote, and that person said Broncos. It's official. Broncos win. It's official. No, you guys are awesome. Alrighty. We are back. Broncos have ball, nursing a 4-point lead. Saints still have a chance. No, they don't. 3rd and 10 now for Denver. Now going left to right from their own, or from the Charger 39. Nix takes a snap, looking for field goal range. Popped up to Kroll. Kroll able to hang on to it somehow. Plucks it out of the air. What a heads-up play. That's a lucky Broncos bounce. They're going to be short of the sticks. But we'll see if they go for it here. He's looking for Sutton, gets tipped, and just finds Lucas Kroll. You talk about an absolute bailout right there. Football gods have blessed Denver. So it's going to be 4th and 1. They called an on-field timeout. Neither team took it. So I think they're giving it a look. Broncos are definitely going to go for it on this play. And yeah, now I think the on-field timeout, I think Peyton just wanted it looked at. So it's going to be 4th and 1 now for the Broncos. 14-21 on the 4th quarter. It appears they are going to go for it on this. Pretty sure a ref just kind of smirked at Peyton. He's like, bro, come on. They're running the virtual measurement thing. He's short by a yard. That was obvious. Kroll did not get there. I think Peyton just called the virtual review because he wanted another second to call a play here. So are the Broncos going to try a hard count? Are they going to try a field goal to make it a 7-point lead again? Or do you get it here? So it's an offset I form. Fullback to the left. Nix. They will snap it. They fake the handoff. Nix finds a man over the middle. That is Cortland Sutton. First down and more down to the 10-yard line. And there is a flag on the play. Down to the LA 10. We'll see what the call is. It came out on the tackle is what it looked like. Defensive face mask. Broncos are going to get another 5 yards down to the Charger 5 off of an absolutely ballsy call. And Nix has to do some pocket navigation here. He's got 45. I don't know how to pronounce his name, but it starts with a T. Just has him bearing down on him. He's able to kind of it just stops his feet and is just able to find his man. Harvey in motion now, right to left from the backfield. Nix. Quarterback draw for Bo, just trying to burrow ahead, and he's only able to submarines down to the 3. Nix got his helmet knocked around a little bit, trying to fix it a little bit. Nix is all right. He's able to get up. That's a good thing to see after shoving yourself up your lineman's ass. They wanted to run that quarterback draw. Nix just has the whole close up on him. Wattenberg engaged with the linebacker. 2 big guards just kind of get shoved at him, so he's able to scamper forward for 2. Second and goal now, 13:20 to go and counting down on the clock. Dobbins to Nix's left. Mims gonna motion left, then right. Bo to pass, looking, and it's dropped by Troy Franklin. That's a touchdown if he hangs on. There's a flag down on the field. We're going to see what that is. It's going to be offensive OP. Oh, my God. So Franklin not only drops the ball, but he also gets a penalty called. Just a bit of OPI on that rub route. Just, yeah, kind of throws an elbow. Yeah, he just, throws an elbow at the guy, so it's a drop and an offensive pass interference. Second and goal for Denver now. Still, they're going to replay the down. 13:15 on the clock. Broncos taking the snap from the 14. 4 receivers set, it appears, for Denver. Kroll maybe on the outside. Nix going to drop back to throw in the gun. Nix. Now he's going to scramble. Nix looking for yards. Tries to make a man miss and then just plows through him. Tackled down after a gain of about, looks to be 6. So third and goal now from the 8-yard line for Denver and Bo Nix. So a little more favorable of a position here. Denver trying to extend this lead. Ideally, they would like to make it 11. How many votes we got? Still just the 1 vote? Whatever. I'm going to leave the poll up for a little bit, even if it makes chat go all fucky. So Nix able to make this third and a little more manageable now. It's not 3rd and 14 to the goal line. It's 3rd and 8 to the goal line now. Could be 4-down territory. Play clock down to 2. Nix barely gets it off. Nix back to throw in the gun. Nix looking for Franklin, and Franklin gets lit up. Just a bit of a close play there. Nix looking for a guy. No one was really open. And that is going to make it 4th and goal, and we are definitely going to see Denver go for a field goal here. So the Chargers able to hold Denver out. Just a nice PBU by 23 there. Franklin unable to haul it in fully. That's good contact, I believe, by J.C. Jackson. So Lutz should be a short kick for him now. From 26 from the right hash. Lutz will extend the lead. 20-13 Denver. 12:21 here in the 4th quarter. They are going to go to commercial break. Let me give you guys a quick little stat update here. But right now, Broncos in the driver's seat with a touchdown lead. Nix Nick's having a bit of a weird game. Okay, so they did call that J.K. Dobbins play where he scored. They called that a run. So he ends up with that 19-yard rushing touchdown. So Nick's 12 of 22, 146, one touchdown. Not the most spectacular game, but he hasn't made a huge mistake, and he's found some guys when he's needed to. Great. J.K. Dobbins, 10 for 79. Bo Nix, 7 for 21. Making some inroads. Sutton with a 100-yard day, 6 for 118. He's got half of Nix's completions and 3/4, if not more, 4/5 of Nix's yards, basically. So, you know how it goes. So we are currently in commercial break. You are not missing anything at all. It is getting a wee bit dark in the room, though, and I am a little scared about that. I suppose it is evening. Almost, roughly getting to evening. We may have to turn the light on, but I fear doing so because the light likes to flicker around a lot. Boy. Okay, what am I looking for? I'm kind of digging through my YouTube analytics here. Just checking my own stats and that sort of thing. Reach. Oh, it won't even show me impressions during the stream. That's tragic. That's tragic. I'm sad. YouTube won't show me my God-given right to my own analytics. This is bullshit. All right, we are coming out of commercial break. Now 20-13 Broncos. Broncos now nursing a touchdown lead. Defense going to go and look to shut them down on a white image and use it as a spotlight. That's what I was thinking of doing because I haven't really been paying attention to whatever game is up top. So we might just do that. White screen. There we go. There's the light. And I am going to just leave it paused. There we go. Perfect light. Who needs a ring light when you got your TV here to provide you with a face light? God, this looks so much better. My God. So, Broncos fresh off a 26-yard field goal. Lutz able to make it a 7-point game now. Chargers obviously down 7. Offense hasn't been able to get a whole lot going here in this second half. All they have is 3 points to show here. 12:21 to go here in the fourth quarter. Broncos defense looking to try and put this thing to bed. There is your kickoff. It will be caught in the end zone and returned here now by Darius Davis. Weird camera angle, and it will be brought down at about the 21-yard line. So rough decision there to take it out of the end zone for the Chargers. We do have a flag down here, so we'll see what this ends up being. 12:16 here left in the game. We'll see what they're able to flag Denver for. No foul. According to the ref, no foul. The only thing causing flickering is the lights in the back. Yeah, I don't even think I have flickering. That could just be my webcam. I'm not actually sure. Because I don't have, like, my room light on. I don't know. It's whatever. Okay, I think I'm going to kill the poll. Nobody's voting on it. I had one vote on it. And it's making chat look all fucky. So I'm going to kind of leave that be. 1st and 10 from the 22. Herbert going to hand off now to Hampton going left side. And Hampton able to wiggle for a gain of 8. Gets up to they call it 7 actually, up to the 27. Broncos defender able to pop him there and keep him from getting any further. But Chargers definitely want to take some time off of the clock and score a touchdown in an ideal world. Broncos are going to be looking for a stuff here. From the Denver 29, from the Charger 29, my apologies. We're going to see Johnston, orbit motion, fakes the end around. Herbert throwing a screen, and it's dropped. Looking to get a tight end screen over to Tyler Conklin. Goes incomplete, just simply dropped by Conklin. 3rd and 3 now for the Broncos. For the Broncos defense. Chargers offense, 3rd and 3. Might be the Christmas lights causing it. They sometimes do that on cameras. Yeah, that's fair enough. I mean, it looks kind of neat. To me, at least. I don't know. I just have no other light in here because my, like, actual room light flickers really bad. Play clock down to 5. Herbert in the gun. Trying to get set. Now he does. Gets the snap off at 1. Herbert dropping back. Pressure was in on him. And that will be caught. Keenan Allen for a first down. And he's got, he had Singleton in coverage. Herbert gets absolutely whacked on that. And Tillman comes around unblocked. Couldn't really stop his momentum to dodge. They've got a lineman down again. This is the Chargers center now. They're going to take an injury timeout, so we aren't going to miss anything here in the immediate future. So don't worry, game has gone to commercial break. Man, this game is better than it certainly was. Tensions are definitely a little higher. Oh, man. Remember to share the stream with your friends that like the Broncos, or to share the channel. Gonna self-plug here a little bit. Would definitely like to try and be above 150 subscribers by the end of the, I don't know, by the end of October, maybe. I might be shooting a little high, but, you know, who cares? I just wish I had more time to, like, make more Broncos content, because I absolutely would love to. But, you know, full-time job where I'm pulling at least, 40, 50 hours a week, depending on the week. Kind of rough. Once again, we are in commercial break. You are not missing anything. We are all good. You are watching Crushin' It. I might actually start, like, recording here. Just, like, actually recording it as well as streaming it, just so I can have, like, Broncos fan reacts to fourth quarter of game. I don't know. It's a close game. It's a very close game. So we'll see how it goes. Oh, God, the commercials are making me hungry. God damn it. The commercials are making me hungry. My back, it hurts. I'm an old man, 21 years old. Oh, God. Once again, commercial break. You're not missing shit. Are not missing a damn thing. Oh. Well, for everyone that is in chat or in stream or keeping me on for background noise, if that's the case, how are we doing today? How has our Sunday gone? How we feeling? We'll get this as we're coming back into the game. It's going to be 1st and 10. We're going to have 1st and 10 for the Chargers. That lineman does get jabbed in the eye. That is Trey Pipkins. I just need my desk. So, yeah, jab shot in the eye there. 1st and 10 from their own 35 now. Herbert in the gun. It will be play fake now to Hampton. Herbert under pressure. Herbert trying to sling it. And it appears he's able to get it to Hampton. Looks like about a gain of 4 or 5. Singleton was in on that tackle, so Broncos defense now is going to have the Chargers in 2nd and 6. Pressure was starting to really close in there on Justin Herbert. And hey, there's a touchdown. There's a touchdown in San Francisco. Jones are going to make it 13-6. So Herbert now in the gun. He's going to have Hampton to his left. Now he's going to switch over to his right. It's a split set Twins. Herbert takes a snap. Broncos bring heavy pressure. Doesn't matter. Herbert not pressured. Able to find a quick outlet over to Keenan Allen. That will be a first down. And Chargers are mounting a little bit of a drive here. Clock will tick below 10 minutes between plays here. But hey, they needed 6. They get 7. Like I said, just a quick little flick over to Keenan Allen. Looks like he was on a little bit of like a hitch route almost. Or like a 5-yard curl. 1st and 10 now from their own 47. Herbert from the gun takes a snap. Just going to flick it out over to Omari and Hampton. And Hampton's got room to run. Gets knocked out of bounds after a gain of 11. That's going to be into Denver territory down to their 46. Never mind, they call it the 41. We'll see who's right here in just a minute. I'm pretty sure it's a Denver 46, but I could very well be wrong. Chargers definitely looking to erase this deficit here. 9:20 to go on the clock, and it is, okay, down to the Denver 41. Herbert, it will be a draw play to Hampton, who bounces right. Hampton gets tackled after a gain of 4 or 5. They're going to call it 5. Alex Singleton able to get him down. It's a gain of 6 there for Hampton, so 2nd and 4. Chargers starting to get into business a little bit. Run game starting to work for them. Broncos defense on their heels a little bit, but they're not broken yet. Haskins now in the game to Herbert's right in the gun. Stack set to the right. Herbert, the snap. Herbert pressured. Herbert running around a little bit in the pocket, rolling right. Herbert just gonna throw it away there. Denver able to get pressure in, and that will make it 3rd and 4 now for the Chargers offense. Coverage was good. Nowhere to go for Herbert with that ball. It was just good communication there for Denver, running a bit of a zone, or running zone coverage on that there. It was a bunch set right for the Chargers, and that usually can shake a receiver open, but unable to find anything. Great communication by the Broncos defense in zone coverage. It's going to make it 3rd and 4. Now 8:41 to go in the game here. Chargers looking to get a score and erase this deficit. McConkey going to come in from a wide set. Gets set with 1 on the play clock. Chargers barely get it off. Bonito with a jump! And the Broncos are going to sack him. That is John Franklin Myers. That gets in on that. We'll see how they scored that, but it looked like Bonito and John Franklin Myers were able to get him back on. That's a loss of 7, 4th and 11, and that will likely force a Chargers punt. Bonito gets a perfect jump on this snap, unable to wrap around, but John Franklin Myers able to scream in through the middle, just shoves a Chargers lineman down to his ass. Okay, listen here. Okay, well, the white light's gone. I just need to let it play, apparently. Okay, we'll figure that out in a second. Punt team now for the Chargers on the field. And they're going to get that thing off. J.K. Scott looking to pin Denver. That will bounce into the end zone. Touch back out to the 20. 7:45 to go in the game. Broncos offense will be coming on to the field. I'm going to get my white lights back on now. Dobbins been having a really good game here. Broncos probably going to try and lean on him a little bit. Definitely going to see where Denver tries to lean here, because they've gotten both parts of the offense to work, but very sporadically at times. Broncos are really counting on being able to get this rush game going, but at the same time, you got to throw it with Nix. You got to throw it with Nix. You drafted him with a 1st-round pick. So from their own 20 going left to right, Nix in the gun. Will be a handoff to Dobbins going right side. Dobbins wiggles back into the middle. That'll be a gain of 4.5. We'll set up for 2nd and 6. My God. And that's all that Denver's looking for on this drive, too, is just to get some good, solid runs, kill the clock, keep J.K. Dobbins going. We are going to see Dobbins leave the game here now for at least a play, running to the Broncos sideline. Play clock down to 18 for Denver. It is going to be a pistol set here for Denver. Harvey is the back in the pistol. Nix will throw. Nix looking for a man. They got a flag down, and it's going to be a toss out to Harvey. Harvey able to duck out of a tackle, and he's able to get a 1st down here. We'll see what the flag is, but I imagine it's going to be an offside call on LA. We'll see what the call is here. It's offensive offsides. Never mind. So Adam Troutman now with a 2nd penalty to really kind of screw some things over here. And I've dropped my Allen wrench. So Adam Troutman just, I don't know about that call. He looks behind the neutral zone, but whatever. I don't know about that one, refs. It's 2nd and 11 now for Denver after the penalty. Back to roughly the original line of scrimmage. Wipes a first down off of the board. Nick's in the gun, will throw. Chargers bring 5. Nick's going to escape to his left, able to get one away. Throws it away. Nick's took a shot on that play. Could be a roughing call here. Nick's got blasted as he let that ball go, so we'll see what this call ends up being here. Not quite sure what they're going to call. They're calling face mask somewhere. We're not sure yet. It's an, oh my god. It's an offensive face mask on Garrett Bowles, so it's going to reset Garrett Bowles half the distance to the goal. So that is going to be 2nd and 21 now for Denver. So Nix thought he got a roughing call. Turns out, not the case. Nix takes an absolute whack right there. So now it's going to be Broncos 2nd and 20 from their own 10-yard line now. After back-to-back penalties by Troutman and Bowles. Offsides and a face mask. Nix in the gun once again. Nix screen over to the left side. Franklin able to break out of a tackle and suddenly turn this into positive yardage. And able to get about a gain of 8 on this play. And no idea how he manages to do that. Kind of spins out of a tackle on that one, and then just able to kind of waltz around a couple of guys. Clock will tick below 6 minutes on this play. They give him 7. Broncos go no huddle on this one, or at least they go quick. 3rd and 13 now for the Broncos. They need the 30. Nix with the snap out of the gun. Nix protected. Nix, now he's got to step up. Nix going to run it up the middle. Nix looking for a first, and Nix dives for it. What a run from Bo Nix. We'll see where they spot him, but I think he got it. Wow. They're going to spot him a few inches short. Yep, all right. So it's like a 1/3 of a yard short. We'll see what Denver does here, but it looks like they're gonna punt it. They're gonna punt it? All right, they're gonna lean on the defense here. Crawshaw will get it away. And that'll be signaled for a fair catch at the 22-23 by McConkey. 5:08 to go here in this 4th quarter. Nix with a nice individual effort. And we see an answer from Arizona. Trey McBride, 1-yard touchdown. 8 minutes to go in that game, 13-13. So 20-13 Broncos. We are going to see if Justin Herbert can manage to tie this thing up now. Offense got shut down last drive. Broncos shot themselves in the foot with penalties. So here we go. Broncos, 5 across the line. Snap out of the pistol. Play fake from Herbert. Herbert looking deep. Herbert overthrows Quentin Johnston. And it was Pat Surtain in coverage. Pat Surtain right at his hip. It's incomplete. 2nd down. 5:02 to go in the game. Johnston does have a step there on Pat Surtain and Talanoa Hufanga both. Just an overthrow there by Herbert, and he knows he missed that. A lot of pressure was coming in on Herbert too. So from the 24, I had the wrong yard line. Herbert in the gun. Herbert, it will be a handoff to Hampton. Hampton not going to get much of anywhere. No gain on the play. That's going to set up another 3rd down and long for the Chargers. 3rd and 9. They give him about a gain of a half a yard on that play. 4:45 to go in the game and counting down. Broncos leading by 7, trying to drop the undefeated Chargers to 2-1. 3rd and 9. 4:30 to go from their own, basically from their own 24-yard line. Chargers need the 34. We're going to see Johnston motion in. Takes a snap. Herbert in the gun. Herbert looking middle, and he's got a guy. Keenan Allen. Talanoa Hufanga on the tackle. Got a little extra, and we're going to get a flag for unnecessary roughness on Hufanga. Going to be a 15-yard penalty. I saw it the second Hufanga tossed a guy down. Yep, saw that coming. Unnecessary roughness on Talanoa Hufanga, so add another 15 to that. They get the 35-yard line, so make it midfield. They already had the first down, and Hufanga just ran in and kind of slammed him down. You can't do that, Hufanga. Come on, dog. I know you want to hit, but, like, my guy. We can't be doing that, brother. We can't be doing that. Herbert in the gun once again. Chargers at midfield. It will be handed off to Hampton. Hampton's going to get tripped up. That'll be a gain of about 3, maybe 4. They call it 3. So that will put them into Denver territory. Clock will tick down under 4 minutes. 3:55 and counting down. Broncos defense trying to hold the Chargers to a fat lump of nothing. Herbert in the gun, going to sling it out to Hampton going right side. Hampton's got a lot of grass to go. 30, and he gets knocked out of the 24. Ball came out, but it was out of bounds. Chargers now inside the Broncos 25. Nobody was home on that right side. And that's going to be a catch and run. They call it 23. It's going to get down to the Broncos' 24-yard line. So really, McMillan did force a fumble inbounds, but it bounced out of bounds, whatever. 3:30 or under 3:30 to go. 1st and 10, Broncos 24. Herbert in the gun, takes a snap, looking middle. It is complete, but not for much. Gain of 4. Brandon Jones on the coverage to Keenan Allen. They call it a gain of 4. Broncos red zone defense now trying to show up, trying to hold the Chargers out of the end zone here. What a catch and what a throw. An absolute laser beam that Allen able to hem in. And he had Jones blanketed all over him. Clock below 3 minutes now. 2:50 and counting down. Chargers down by 7, looking for a score. Herbert in a split formation. Allen will now split out wide. Now just one back in the backfield. Takes a snap. Herbert from the gun. Herbert pressured. Someone gets a hand on him. Herbert able to get this thing away. Touchdown, Keenan Allen. Picking on Riley Moss. Herbert able to swing out of what should have been a sack and just fling it up one-on-one. Moss versus Allen. 2:37 to go. It's a touchdown for the Chargers. Keenan Allen, PAT, will tie this thing up. Zach Allen just misses on it. Herbert steps up just enough. And then what a toss and what a catch. Riley Moss was all over Herbert. So now Dicker on for the extra point with 2:37 to go in the game. There's the kick. It is good. 2:37 to go. Chargers able to tie this ball game up, and it is now going to be in Bo Nix and the Broncos court to respond. Chargers able to tie this thing up. Moss just mistimes. Yeah, Moss just kind of mistimes his hand going in to try and swat that ball down. Benito barely misses tipping the ball or swatting it down. Moss is late on the bat down. So it's going to be Broncos ball now, and they're going to have to respond. Going to need Nix to go clutch right here. So game-tying touchdown by Keenan Allen. What a drive from the Chargers, really. So, here we go. We are getting ready for kickoff. They're not going to go into a commercial break between scores here. We'll have that 2-minute commercial break here in 37 game seconds. So, probably a kickoff and then maybe a play. Here's the kick. Marvin Mims fields this at about the 3. Marvin Mims now trying to find a little bit of room. Won't find it. Gets to about the 28-yard line. And it's going to be 2:31 for Denver. They're out of the 22. Sorry, the camera angle was a little odd on that. Did not have the best look at it. So Bo now going to be looking to lead a game-winning drive here. Denver's field goal range, I believe, is about the 33-ish with Will Lutz, maybe longer. It'll be from their own 22. Nix in the gun. 2:31 to go. 3 timeouts on each side. Nix in the gun. Dobbins in the backfield. Nix back to throw. Nix has to escape pressure. Nix looking just to not get the ball stripped from him. He had 43 right on his ass. It's going to be 2nd and 10. Nix lucky to avoid a sack on that with how quick the Chargers' pressure got back there. 2:25 to go on the clock. Lutz looking on from the sideline. He's hoping he gets his chance, especially after last week. I will get to chats in a second. Nix in the gun, trips right side. Nix back to throw, 2nd and 10. Nix gonna toss it out to Dobbins. Dobbins tripped up. About a no gain there. Good tackle by Jefferson, and that will likely run us to the 2-minute warning. If I had to pick a favorite NFL stadium, which one would it be? I've only been to one, and that's Mile High. In terms of looks, though, I don't know. US Bank is really pretty to look at. But I don't know. Like, I think historically, everything, I think, like, Lambeau's up there for me. All right, 2 minutes to go. 2-minute warning. I gotta pee. I will be right back. Okay. All right, we are back. I'm biased, but my favorite stadium, even before getting into football, was always Lucas Oil. Lucas Oil's cool as hell, though, actually. All right, here's the deal. I'll drink another beer if Denver wins. I don't usually drink on Sundays. I've already had 2, but I will drink another beer if Denver wins. All right, well, we'll say that. It's going to be 3rd and 10 when we get back from the 2-minute warning. Broncos really, really need a big 3rd down conversion. I believe they've only converted 2 of those today. And now in a tie game, you know, it's kind of a rough spot for them. So it will be 3rd and 10 when we return. I'm going to sip on some water. Broncos are going to be looking for a massive conversion here. We are getting back into the game now. Broadcast is coming back. Broncos absolutely need a 3rd down conversion right here. It's going to be 3rd and 10 from their own 22, going left to right. Broncos looking to respond and break this tie. 3rd and 10, 2 minutes to go now. Nix is going to be in the gun. Two receivers to his left with a running back there as well. Play clock down to 20, no concern. Nix gets the snap off. Nix looking. Nix gonna loft it deep. He's got a man and unable to find Sutton. Diving effort. Deep ball was open and Nix just overthrows it. Just barely off. So it's going to be the Broncos defense now that need to make a huge stop. Sutton unable to get there. Brushed against Dante Jackson on the run. Barely hits him in the hands there. Fingertips. Nix just barely overthrows. It's going to be Crenshaw to punt, or Crawshaw to punt. 3 timeouts, 1:50 to go. Here's the kick. McConkey backpedaling now to his 22. Makes Chris Abrams drain miss, and he goes down at his own 31, 32. So it's going to be up to this Broncos defense. Oh, tie game. 20-20, Chargers ball, 1:50 to go. I lied, 1:43 to go. Chargers at their own 32. Broncos defense looking to absolutely slam this thing shut right here. Herbert in the gun. Gonna drop it to Gadsden. That's a gain of 10. First down, Chargers. 1:36 and ticking down. Broncos defense left a hole there in the middle. They call that a gain of 9, actually. 2nd and 1. From their own 42, 41 now. Herbert had pressure coming in on him. Able to find a guy. First down to the 46 at Denver. Gadsden in on it now. Clock will tick under 1:10. 65 seconds to go. Chargers starting to move. Field goal line is the Denver 41. Now they're almost to midfield. Herbert in the gun. Looking, scanning. Herbert going to his right side. He's got Keenan Allen. And he'll get out of bounds. It's a gain of 9. Clock stopped at 53. Broncos defense getting sliced and diced on this drive. Broncos with 3 timeouts as well. Now from the Denver 44, Herbert still in the gun. Be shocked if they don't run it here. They do. Hampton with a huge hole to the right side. He gets tripped up by Riley Moss. We're going to see a timeout here, likely by Denver. Shoestring tackle there by Riley Moss. Chargers are in field goal range now. Riley Moss, literal shoestring tackle. Hampton could have gotten wherever he wanted on that if Moss didn't tie him up. So Hampton unable to go much further. Another L very much could be, but it ain't over till it's over. They're going to call it 1st and 10. 51 seconds on the clock. Denver has taken their first timeout. Dicker getting himself ready for the kick here. Broncos looking for a stop. Going to try and give their offense one more chance. It's going to be an I form here with Matlock in the backfield with Hampton. Broncos stacking the defensive box. It's a handoff to Hampton. They'll get him for a loss. They'll push him back to about the 40-yard line. Broncos charged a second timeout on this. They call him back to the 38. So Broncos trying to shove the Chargers out of field goal range here a little bit. They've only got one timeout, 43 seconds to go. It'll be 2nd and 12 for LA. Chargers trying to make this a little more of a comfortable field goal here. Broncos defense trying to cling on to this game here. We'll see a gun set now from Herbert and the Chargers. Hampton going to be on Herbert's left. McConkey will motion over there with Quentin Johnston on that side as well. 2nd and 12. Broncos bring a heavy rush, and it is complete. McConkey not on the ground. It's going to be a 3rd down now, but it's going to be about 3rd and 1 or 2 down to the Denver 26. They're shy of a first. Broncos will call another timeout. No first down, but they are close. And they are in prime field goal range now for Cameron Dicker. Middle of the field has just been open for the Broncos all day. We'll see what the Chargers do here. 38 seconds. Broncos are out of timeouts now. 3rd and 1, 38 seconds to go. Broncos need a stop here, and they need it desperately. Chargers are going to try a sneak. They're going to push forward, and they are very much going to get it. They are now in... They are in the driver's seat. God damn it, man. So Dicker is certainly warm. We might see the Chargers try and get this somewhere where Dicker's going to like it. It's going to be from 43. Chargers are just waiting for the timeout here. They get it with 4 seconds to go. Fuck. Broncos are going to be 1 and 2. Broncos are going to be 1 and 2. They reset the clock with 5 seconds left. It's going to be 1 and 2 for the Broncos. Fuck me. Five seconds to go. It's going to be about a 43-yard field goal for Cameron Dicker to try and break this tie. 5 seconds to go. 43-yard field goal, 5 seconds to go. It's going to be 1 and 2. It's going to be 1 and 2. And it's good. 23-20. That's the fucking ball game. God fucking damn it, dude. God fucking damn it, man. 1 and 2 for the Broncos. Fuck. 43-yard field goal there at the end to close it out. And the Broncos are going to drop another, their second in a row, to drop them to 1 and 2 after that week 1 win against the Titans. Wow. Honestly, me personally, I don't have a lot of thoughts right now. Well, I do. I'm just not going to go into them a ton. I am going to be doing another instant reaction thing here in a bit, so keep an eye on the channel if you would like to see that. Thank you all for watching with me, and I will see you in the next